hodeno enso na from sense the moment we menya sisiade automatically umpo abe fanto motompo enso na from sense sisie no ana wo say ya adwuma nyina nti so ye bema babori enso no medimafo herbal center Dr. Tim eda so enso na bedum komano ya onyade wane nyina no wo matu ase kama enso ajamao pokriase mayira ananse buakwakoko aye school junction ho ana Dr. Ewa oye adwuma ya from number no 0244774282 na me dimafo herbal center Dr. Time eda so and some other can say now kiwo 4-in-1 Gary soaking mix no and then the kiwo hot pepper and some our Ghanaian market and so maybe aba fabiano won sa ebe come to mamia uwojom so be a udika our brawo to ayo kiwo hot pepper na ayo can say Gary 4-in-1 ayo soaking mix no so be tobi and some other akofia akora ni free school bar and we are Wontumi twane bi ama cheso no so enjoy sense ahoden e mu panka cher aye crunchy milk no aye creamy and afi gari no enso aye crispy and sugar enso it dead yo here no aye wunsuo and ebie makono so de maka cheso se bia wo bo aye tomato stew and se bia wo bo e bia chese stew na ya na tiri honom and chese ya madenom and e bia chese ka honom ne yadeom no awode aye kivo hot pepper and enkwan so eno na wo say omomori enso be pabie enso ayisu na fa bramanioma enso aye fine e dey ma FDM parifo no enso aye sankratoi enso atum na Gengemed dental clinic Madaroma and am say branches no bia no mu bia sense aye wo say solve aye problems any ade enso adama mo say utieme obeso teeth white and say bia nipa woni monyam no aye otirwi ene wo say osiriya ne de aye Gengemed enso na boawo enti o say yen kan tro sabra obeso your polishing and I say be a scaling sizes I want here can say What about to say a yaud over to me pa? Wontumi nana to a Gengemed that say yen can show sir Bomonians over a yen in China fee. Woman some solve a problem no as Adiama sour show send a silver and as ocean good. I know a Gengemed and some other frawi or more cry and then put terminal atomic down and I said Ungwa woman lorry station a beam. Enso aye more Techiman magazine can take kwano so ma pe enti more tuobodom nom wanchinom na chese nwanse aye bedu and e ko chese miamia aka nyina nkransa for nyina no aye Techiman magazine can take kwano so ma pe kuma say adopo junction o fa kwano so connect and akọ aye branch ma on sani fa so build na bank e wa form the esro and Gengemed our oya juma number no aye 0559139582 Gengemed and some tabajo so na fe komori nyina no ono opani no and some tadini kama na Busbro publication essay yen kan cho so Barrington amene wamo any books no aba say be abano o JHS as say wamo the English language no basic 7 and question 9 combined ebiem and some integrated science omo de biaba about say career technology and social studies afei religious and moral education just a book biana akwadaro to JHS awoswonya ebomana disu aye kama no womeja be out of our best brain publication limited afei make out so bano I said we start school ebi a KG1 and 2 and the kwani e kan science ni nyina no say numeracy and literacy afei e ban say aye science from basic 1 aye to 6 our world our people and also menya be English language computing asantichi infante and chese dagbani and books aka boa ama ban foundation no and so aye kama best brain aye juma our tafo prankrono abed la posada hotel echuo ma pay number 0507 200 best brain and some tabajo so odin for Samuel and prayer counseling aye center me no kase no odin for Samuel and some tatrase wa be so friend wa be so kwafei enkomo bi ewo ho abeso ne papa and some dey kwan eda ho and some tadema wonya court case ewa brother and many way ni ekabi and some aba wa kon ekano and some timi free onko what dey aye promise and fill and answer gwase and some tadeba wade no no when the biafe echiasem emunsam ene adene nyina no odufo Samuel say yenka chos watran say o manhia ayen boboa no enya yira krankra what your friend I was 0246 667117 nyame adumo chena Yawada, what's not our trust war or do for some or some own cry.
Yes, over one cry, Gloryland Hotel, or Doko, and Timo more Doko Hunina, Nasen cry more if we can say Takra Day and in cry, Enclave, Cape Coast, more bankai, no, a Gloryland Hotel, or Doko, Papa Tnasinamia Duma, Chna, now what drinking cry for Munshai or Papa Badin didn't. Yes, I don't know to do some more. No, Betway, www.betway.com.gh, regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway say Yankoson Control say a year training Yansem and from Alquada, only Murufia Dumwachweno, or bet influence, I'll try bet anyway. No show code, I was sharing in Arrow. I want for some the Trabi we are Sika Betway, and almost say 4%, Unyana Babia, a exclusive and some part of my Betway was say get way more. I mean, foreign China. I couple so Emradi and Dr. Amuzu. Adarama Dr. Amuzu atana say our tafo Asia so Amuzu junction or Bojument today day I junction atono wo fro adi akomoro market ho and Dr. Amuzu and also Juma. Now doctor say yeah, can't yourself for yeah, the bra, and it was your dread friend, sir. Amuzu garlic and some jasso, and then our pharmaceutical shops. And I say, herbal shop near you, our Potem, Sabia Mojanoba said Jeffrey Sani Kaba, what Jan ASL Nas Atatai, or Sabia high blood pressure echo, woman by self cholesterol. I say, oh, ye the free pedrenba, what a Dr. Amuzu, and so and Casa Pemito, and one of them, and in here, I 0247 7743 Dr. Amuzu and so Abajoso. Yes, Alaska me dem I come Alaska some country so utie me na the woman say opese wo paper na NBA ka say 3D animation 5D ni nyina no onya bia omo ada boablan curtains ni nyina no wo me bia ba carpet to from office obema ho I come and tempa so kopa bi na enuama come dum kumase ya bo adwuma best spread no ne pillowcases no bo design opedie and also any pillowcase but fani nyina no ade se de bi aba dwama so ane bo e from e dum ya ben boss have building across circle tiptoe lane inside shepas wa e wo ana on second 0554 114878 na fe woni no adin komo e wo na fe nuama enso aye kama 3p garlic mixture and me come for the amount of 3p no adwuma e bo ne say 100% garlic ana fe ya de aye ana fe natural plant juice no and ya kabo me nyade senso enso account shano so as a vitamin C ne minerals no ahyemu ma achese nuama e koso e 3p na no aneboa ama high blood pressure ana fe ye kan say ne obesity obi a why kase abasa osote menstrual pains as a boost immune system ana fe stroke no obi a ne nsa aye titiriti ni nyina no wadro e 3p garlic mixture no ana beboa ama nso etimagina na so ama nuama e kama dema shano so as a bottle glass and the womb as a red cover no and some kama red garlic no and the label no fe and tis all to na nya sanity now I catch you so per 3p no on some on sabe kabi e won cry no o kan si ho and kings walk o kan si drag lane ho so e be kabi tama community 5 no e little George o tombi e wo kumase kolena kana fe dan heba and Chris K heba o munyina no wo mo tombi e diama 0248 now what about 0248 92 88 24 0248 92 88 24 now ne 3p m24 edin common afeni ama kama edim ama ye room na fe ni komo e wo sadia odunso sem esitie pro staff it eno ane ye kan so odunso ebe boko ediama na diomene say ye complaini de bia ese bema prostate no wan hwe na ya de drop
kwan ebetum die obetimi die ayane so de bedun so enti hwe na fe epe ano adro eno eye prostafit no ana odun so sem ekoye diama na biesi umpanati bi go ade ne ba na de woni sem ano bo boost immune system enti ade se covid no ne eni ade nketenkete ne nyina no etimi ache no enso ebo na tenase de ejini free system no ema system no so gina pe CPC ta ema ni pedua ni gina ye na ko empty no eye malaria obi a wotie mi awode umpem obi ana ugro de no uhu malaria symptoms yi ewo ni pedua ma onya empty ni bi na afa obo a eno ano no ko plus ni nyina no ebo a ema ni pedua enso eye kama obefre na be ne momu tie me oyo oba wafa yefuna na asem bi a o ma akra no fo akra nso ni mfie dumienu a ye mani bi 0244 72 66 11 na ye din ko na afa nuama enso metime kama high sense fa daruma ye ko na afa ya panuama ye de be di dwuma ye mfie num se air condition ye pe washing machine ye di si nuama na asem bi a o pe home theater bi ofie na wo de abo tintim e wo de ma ni nyina no sound system na bi aba water dispensers companies outdoor mo pe water dispensers no ye de bi aba televisions outdoor nyina on sam kabina shano so sane bono e wo form ane ne ekuta 5-year manufacturer defect warranty fienum oto still now you save ade besi bia no ye besa de wuduma edem amaye showrooms no e won kra isle gon ho atemota mo ho onya piem e wo kumase nso adum ye wotafo ye wotano so mo amo e wo techiman wo sunwa e wo takrade wo boase wo kofredua wo ho ni nyina no on say kan yen e wo ye showrooms wo 0302550000 na froni adin komo Semens Vita Heba Mr. Capsules again in ye again ana ebo ama bema wa bo adwuma e wo mpam na afi watimi aboni ye ni nyina ne say 5 minutes na o tell wo tim fifre wakoma yi bo na say pressure e ha wadwini nyina no ene sam unya Semens Vita Heba Mr. Capsules e ntini no ana afi dompe no adwuma nchisa no so e ma me so be bo adwuma pa 0240616061 afi wanum bi ebeboa na Haxa mixture and capsules no yefunu a ene awesome asa ma honto utie me wadidi wanidi a problem udidi na aduane to ye ma asem nie ekom de nso asem na kwa ya na obai kope Haxa mixture and capsules nanom osa tamfo pa na wei ana eboa eyi osa na fi o edema bacteria so mo ekose sa ene yade H pylori ni nyina no omu suro adroi a chasenya asem to akra betimi anum bi afiliama ni pedua gina ye obenya biato ewo be bebre owas ebibdro fie ewo takwa ana fe ene Ekus pharmacy ewa Simon ho benya biato Little George no ewa Tema community 2 onso no unye biato 0240238310 na 424 edin komo Kojak ni Kojak Chako toothpaste ya di triase ami enu adawom enu na ebuama enum nka no afri wo sene benya hoden obo wa na ne se no aye kala unhye da unhye resitie enu anya yelo enu anya fita mu nyina no pebi na fatwi wo se no ebebo Kojak Pro Code ne de eye adwuma ntentam so eboawo ema uti epai uti fa migraine etwa hwim pebi na nom ebeyi e de afri 0244559597 na oni awie tabia takuma mu ode takuma ye mema dro Grandmaster Murphy and for classman mu omadro pa ne de bia bi do mu ka mu because omo say ebo adwuma boa wo mu emo mu jom na ase because atenka no e wo form na ebo adwuma kakra bi no abra eno be mu agina na so obegina ntentene so wo da ho so wo gina wo koto o cheze obeye adwuma ne pa na de wo me say utie me na tabia ba Mr. no so no malaria sam na afi obi ananum ato a ontimi ne di eno so yi efro capsules no e waist pains na obi a ne yamatim 0243686861 na oni awie current sticker drop panie eno na nam ya de nyina adwane zawa mechane capsules no yi gono rashes no efin komano so syphilis ne candida ni nyina be fi watenka so ebe kosura bra wonum adura esaw ya de ade amanazoro man capsules ne de e chidom hene ejina memachi ye bo adwuma ame ye adwuma ye obi a wo ye 1 minute bia no ofa bia betimi aboa pa mienu anopa mienu anwumre after so did the hindi no treat malaria and have jaundice ni diabetes 0246348334 na oni adin komo ba temfo ba yanko ba Heba hospital dompeno ene ɛne nkasɛɛ no ɔyɛ mo adwuma ɛde ama spinal cord problem abam anaasɛ bi a severe and pains ɛwɔ bones nom ne nyinaa no saa severe pains ne nyinaa no wɔse bra no ɔnyi ɛmfiri ogo no ɛnam yare stroke akye obi a doctor ɛyɛ Dr. Ban ɔno ana ɛyɛ ho adwuma ato nso agogo yɛbɛ agogo hospital no Sprinters Road 18 Junction ɛwɔ nkran 0244988004 na wɔne akyɛmfo ban atwe nkɔmmɔ Imulate herbal supplement ne kantanka duro no ɛbɔ adwuma papa dre anam support immune system no support general well-being sɛ da wɔte sɛ akrɔbɛto ɛka ne purely organic ntisa no nso ma me sɛ wobɔ bia ɛno boa ma onipadua ɛgyina brane paa na hyɛ no nso ama me sɛ dre wɔfa yɛfunu anaa wɔ ma akoda no foɔ anaasɛ akora ne mfie dumienu a ɔntimi nnom bi 0535112813 na yɛdi nkɔmmɔ Lawson Delayman Beaters ɛnie Delayman Beaters hom na ɛdele mpɛm a gye bɛma gyibigyibia no pei wobɛ dele mpɛm wobɛbɔ adwuma ama ho atɔ mpɛm a yɛdrei ana ɛboa premature ejaculation ana afɔ obi a ɔdwo nso ɔte yaw ana low sperm count ne nyina no ɛyi ɛdi fɔ Delayman capsules no nso yɛ ɔba na wo menses no intense so obi a ɔno man ne dia no emflow ye ade ne ba si ana atwa ne ade ne nyina no doctor say pedro bi nanom ebe boa pa 0243619999 na oni adi nkomo OPK Dynamic Enterprise adalma tieni ye pa batteries no iPhone no ise ya na ewu ye iPhone 5 ekopim 16 Pro Max ne battery aba ye cables outdoor type C 100 long cables no ebi ho iPhone bi abenya bi your power banks and afi OPK AirPod and so battery a camera sound mutao and a neck Bluetooth ni nyina no ya di about 0596836213 na one ene OPK din komo na ye kai power specialist about hospital ye ma me doctor akosua adua ya na daruma ye ma me ba adwuma adua etase onom nso ade aba adwama nso ano ohwe pa no ohye enya asem wetu akra na de womni se hepatitis and afi fatty liver also fibroid ni kidney stones was a bra na ondi juma enfamantisha no so ema me hebatin heba mixture eno so ya juma den de ya ba malames no etwiti ya kan say when ya malaria bia be cough care no obo hyehyɛ obo wa dia heba tonic nso anu mato untimi ni dia no anu no nya bia ebe boa pa 0244544422 enkai Kobenyas ACP road no ewo Power Hospital bus stop Kumasi Freyase Bosomchu road ewo dia jansema mo atakrade orekodo ewo anagie estate na duwa echie din bibia so be kama ede amayama me doctor koso adua no na fancy this season Jesus no club Jesus no on say Liverpool for Barca tese o Madrid ebia latest na aba no you bia ye twa into pebia so o club JC ni bia support Barca o PSG o City o friend number ya on sabe kabi latest na aba na obi release Barca for there club bia there ye nishiwa delivery so into 0547 047 771 0547 047771 and 0547 312 na wa friend afi waju latest.
That's right.
Jesse na bibia kama.
So you can't FM untumini yema yen question of the day no so na afi yen fast stories emra dia real quick and I'm say and them say be a producer na share da na simple am to p share da wo bu sa say baby Adri team Ben eye favorite say wo be je eye club world cup no and when I move say Opta supercomputer Opta analysis so say Chelsea na fa trophy no make Chelsea for nam so no
kwan pa
ye je trophy na ani o team no bon say no friend but omunya o me ha
yeah Odumja your friend Odumja team Chelsea team no Odumja no
when be je ba according to Opta omo say Chelsea team me dika vote Chelsea be fa
ene dey say eno na blue no dey say fa ba
Ghana for so say
omo so chi o ma dwe Ghana for so chi Ghana Fonso Echo Madrona, Adunchenu Bini, Pedro Amadina Cruz, or the Supremo Simple Cry, Chelsea, and a fan or de Abaya Sabe, Amakoma Infos, Real Madrid is my top pick to win the Club World Cup. No, at Diabakeche, Kwabna Sante, as a Bayamuni for F, and NBAYB, as a Bayamunchin, and so far away a senior Polaski was a Bayern for no Ebefa David and Pons Asempa, as Allah, Real Madrid, and a Winnie Cup way, Inshallah, and what day Abba Junior Bayas Bayamunchin, and so Efa, and Abuachi, and so Augustin Real Madrid is our favorite team, and no, and so a day Abba way a Karim Stars, Real Madrid winning easily, and one also a Jabba Raymond Dovi the Blues is winning it easy cry, and one also a day Abba Emmanuel Okose Real Madrid, and so Ebefa and the simple, and one also Diaba Bullet Shakiri Chelsea is going to win it. Chelsea for the Fakra Emudao fancy Emudao
I team I mention share a YouTube phone in here where I bet Mensa say a Paris Saint-Germain I say when so a Ziachi a Michael say if not Chelsea then who and a questioner one of some Busafe I also say a Bamunchin I'm a build the day a message and so at the by and Silas Konedu was to go Chelsea a first Scorpion say a Hala Madrid and a Chelsea all the way and so a man like Tofa and so I will fire YouTube and also nowadays Nedi and also at the by John Na I say a Paris Saint-Germain Santi Samuel and so say a Madrid and a Baje 80 ono and so a message and so no and the Abrana so yeah come on your banner no but quick bad 30 seconds Facebook for no I'm in for 1-2 be encouraging your camera I love also say a Madrid Bamuchu will win it for la way Robert Levan and a day a Bayern Kwame Abro say a Paris Saint-Germain Hilal fine and a PH for Aje when so I say welcome a PH Asante Manuel and a senior man Sky Jesus say a Madrid and some and a Befa and a supercomputer is not serious because first he said Man City now Chelsea and here Lord Kendrick and so I don't know
Emudao fancy Emudao afidi hey
yeah just from your necessary very much
oh David oh Mumfamadi
club oh yes
FIFA Club World Cup
2029
and 4 years later
Wontumi 101.3
ya video be ye peweli chaba no and
transfers no so mo
pa
latest MMO live on Facebook Wontumi TV wadaroma like ye page na wa share ama foforo enso enya bi a share nti eno no YouTube so ye Wontumi TV live and a TV no digital satellite Juma and after radio stations singing 101.3 FM 7 yo so Wontumi Tankra Day as Wontumi Tamale 100.9 and also Wontumi and this as Wontumi 101.3 and Bibian will be Yamkobra. Yes, I'm fan chebe say what is a sound room
still on recovery state. Yeah, very fine.
I'm don't ya come and dakura.
Sabe pe.
101.3.
Oh, Yamkobra Sharak.
Angwa Juma no you Yame wohoda se uji didia obeya Juma Ansachre no you Yame wohoda se uji didia obeya Juma Ye bompaye Shamachi Israel Yehuwa Ilahenu Yehuwa Ekat We ahata et Yehuwa Elohika bika Luvika Uvika Naveshika Uvika Miyodika Tode Yasak in English in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Shout out, come on, boy, Capo. Say, Capo, chairman. I feel like chairman. Yes. Got time tabu kasamu. Some messages and ben no be say. Hey, oh, chairman, ya dear pa. Say watch me assemble. I just quite be coming home. Hene papa me.
Na guess it is okay how guess no guess Me say, how many boys this year? Me say, girls this say. Wontumi sports no. I am number 1.
Chairman.
Angwa juma no you. Yami wo hoda. Se uji ni dia. Obeya juma. I no you.
Our club championship no. Now the camera I said the question of the day. And some now our brother Yabisasa Amuzupi Adama function at Drono. Some no say Yamisa say. And you be a senior baby tree and I said your parents and some Nabasia our bra will be also I was saying Yamia to a feteno and I just a run off I have cut off and some Nabacoso Abashasia and some Nadia Fribobokua. Your father said Flaminense and some Nadia Al-Hilal and a game and some Nabacoso our Lando our Florida and all Anna Flaminense. What was some other side I first say Lord for what was some game about I Friday and I drew a year no so and a game no and also Nabacoso now for a debate a Saturday anopa and also 1 o'clock anopano Yababe Pamarash and some Babakua. Your father said Chelsea game no and some Nabacoso near Canasa Philadelphia and a Jamaican can say I game and some Nabaso Ebiano a Saturday annual a ball a Canasa 4 o'clock and a Paris Saint-Germain. What was a big game at Basso our bra woman of Bamuchin for the Bonnie and also Atlanta Georgia and a Paris Saint-Germain Bamuchi game and also Nabacoso and Yadiasa Real Madrid also our prominent Dortmund also game at 10 o'clock and a Joe Yamiadama Saturday and some near Canasa East Rutherford and a new Jay-Z and a Madrid and a Babakua. Your father said Dortmund also game and then so much me a basso. Now the other side in the piano, why never be a fana or passo or no, and some other J and yet media. Your father said club or championship and some Unsa Menu Casa and Yadias Altafono, what was some aside to Amodia Bessansa, what was say according to Nia, Yatan supercomputer, no, what was some Omuret and answer, what was some Nayama production, I must say, or said a lesson at Dow team in this one answer, and your Facebook and YouTuber, saying that according to a year out for right and a date I 2nd July, and to one on I and I'm product to say. And the chances as a Chelsea ever qualify and some semi-finals I 74.8 final I 57.9 I must be away and some now just a winner and as a winner I percentile and as a percentage woman Chelsea 26.8 I percent our belly woman so much I say baby I drew and said a Germany and also Nagusu our costing in I Chelsea and a budget and watching Paris Saint-Germain and some one more chance so much qualify and your semi-finals I was so final on and some other form Paris Saint-Germain chances say what a year trophy and yes in also and also drop at the bar a year 24 a year 0.9 hour Brenner Chelsea I was so and some other chance Paris Saint-Germain and what's a remote team what was some that also yes one more chances so much a year club championship and 16.9 and a Bamuchin and also one some 14.8 and some Borussia Dortmund one so toss one so chances and some now say one magic club championship and some 7.6% our brand Al-Hilal and some not also NCA one more than 4.3 Bobakua your father said Pamarash our 3% Anna I have Flaminense and some chances one more areas woman national Romotiano and some just 1.5% our brano and some said FIFA one more club world championship according to Opta almost supercomputer and your prediction and I just I want something you know yare am I for an pay and some no shows I mean no what I'm saying Yamia Duma one game ever so big game back and some game Abokua your father said Real Madrid one and some just Dortmund and so Anabapo now should the coming story no and some chasa na sniper be ensutina bra US on answer and you may be course we are say obatene be a bomb akasa ewa ha na bi akasa na ha ne adenti US on what we are saying I was a security and some I tight Jamaican canning and some that is away as I trained a sniper I can't and some I sniper our time Abia movies American movies and dinner Abia toy brow was shot now what the sewer shot didn't ready engage I was a distance and Abia BM and you could say now up I on Satia Bakukorium aha and a tamale obey you aha and a chest of go so obey you among your from sir woman your snipers and yes be a million or two crown and I'm chai or gas what you must simple cry where you say okay sana bobokua your father's a Madrid omugema woman some boy against bobokua is a Salzburg nurse snipers as our rooftop woman some day on guard and Mauritania sign your biani pabonini be and the whole gym and I said we are signing a message called Bodo Bakunia woman be any Patasani and some that was set Tasani to out as already ready for action and no I just want to two tabs maybe I am something to be an almost was why she brutal I know I am a snipers and not just almost some ball a tournament and some by what banana pano yet I'm to tell you and some that say will be a chance I see and a Real Madrid and some affair our brother Duma and yes Saturday almost some other Dortmund again I know answer so now I'm a striker and for so Girassi enough you said you know Girassi and I saw my tea about 2 goals. Nah, what about 2 goals at Tuasua? What is superior? I have player of the match award and a glass in Manas game. One in Madrid, 2 goals really our ball. Nania just won 2 goals. I qualified a call. I had the quarter final. One game against Real Madrid was what did you pass a test at a Masaida. Your father said Dortmund, you test my frontier. Your father said so Girassi and some other 2 guys. I somehow Kadana and father said I say Girassi and some other 2 guys. Banana Peno, yet update and the Akanino, and some not by the manager Fanasa, Nico Kovac, Adianum, and Chebi Americovac, and some other Ansana. When was a month for Shas, some said direct because I know only game Tibu Cotua, Archers one, I go to Basmo Cocaino, yes, someone at Julia Basso Cotua, Sabi, one Casaya and Aquata, and Casasa because among 4 I'm a Tessa tournament in the chrono, and I said. And yet, and a fish as a pilot, a bossa and a players, woman from a proper, and some Anna Cotua, and a cotu just ahead. Say Utanaho, Emma Nipa Bessa phobia, woman our Twitter, and some other comments. So, Club World Cup on Sabi, a S word, I just a share, Messinamica, Nessa Emsa, Wakasano, 1 year. Now Nipa be on Bomubiano, and some now at the level of Aya Timsa, woman some now boys also be on Bomubiano, and some now say, clubs no Amuba, Aya tournament will be a motombo our so, and to on Tenabi and Casabia and a tournament Tenia, Sabia, Cobaso, Americana, your fellow club, and I can send at the worst idea. Our football ever, any identity, when you say Sawatro Manipa 90, woman, our Twitter, Equanosa, a tournament Tenia, not just a bon and Casan Unimu, and on Oyasma Cotua, and the Cotu General, Nessa, one Casaya, Obaso Chasa, a club Twitter now, what can some answer say, and a Tibu Cotua Sono, one of some Nabaso Casemi, Nessa Sababian Common and some Ayakotana, your father Gonzalo Garcia, Yaka, Aya Gonzalo Garcia, one and I just was so good and some other Real Madrid Aquadano, now says yourself and you know, be about boy Nabaso, Mecasanami, I need to know, and some other team, and I can't Kodanasem, Emma Otesa, Wakasa Kodanum by a different profile. What the last time maybe a Madrid, and you'll be Otesa, maybe a Casa was selling them, and yet, Masaba Casa, Rimari Timono, woman per striker, only so Salo, one woman to say, I was such a CC, I was a Real Madrid, a Jai, say ya per striker, and ya Panamanania, now Gonzalo Garcia, who say you are just an Oka striker, a Juma Kodano Banana, Abasobon, and Chessa, among for Huano, what do you about Real Madrid, MSV, a Yesikana, Okasa per striker, you found say you met Real Madrid o kita some mona mabay and some Oscar no mo de Jimmy and sana o Gonzalo Garcia na say ne on Tiscan contest striker na say omanya pa according to Oselu one kwaro jiri e ba sa kwara profile no and some aye claim ever brand I was a boy in Stena one of Kosovo na report am say kan say Get say and can remember so there. Woman tie shada ma and kwadana chances how be kai Serbia bimom na Serbia Martin Odegaard Obama won fisua na woko ebia Vinicius Abaya yes we can call and kwadani mo yare Casemiro baba yes Bama ko Portugal Kobolon and San Wabani ade and Ancelotti and Gulashanum amato bench and Drake money ade woman should not playing tanama yet can was some kaya na Jamaican you understand yes I Gonzalo Garcia no new law metis a boy no wawura ayeshabi Alonso akumam ama Jamaica kan you say manager no wajiri e baso wanya secret weapon sa weapon aya akwadana ye fa no Gonzalo Garcia e wa brother manager no adoma boy no ensom aka first team no a enom aye ka kefi amaso ye ensom not eba Vinicius ensam no who can say no make say wo say boy no aye there wo be sign a contract ensom adama aye Real Madrid mom menu kasa anaro pe besine Vinicius enyan sign ya anope kwade am jeta messenger no say yes boy in the camp akatra aye boy no say on twentwa so kakra man nyana say bia ne manimu ya no wonom adeso sign a contract ema boboku a ye fa so Real Madrid ni kwasa no plan no na omo say womo per total control of near cancer boy no na sporting life tiedie enye image right man can to say bia aye sikasam na say bibi womo say adunu be so omo total control no aye sporting etem say bono kasa sebia de bia me bebo penalty me na bebo free kick e bia me ana me babo poster boy and some common nyina na boys no say contractor wo mo som atide shem ti akoda no na entourage na say wo mo so mo take control over akoda no sporting life e wa bra no and some update e ba won some nyina no ye de ema ye for and some na pay and some our short so afei wa bra Madrid and Dortmund and bo ye coach na ye say Nico Kovac onimsa Kovac I say you want to just Real Madrid team no woman one of the best teams our assassin so was say a big challenge and Mabokua you find Dortmund and Yami Saturday woman some the Madrid team no as Ababoy team coach you find Nico Kovac as we are Bayern called Barcelona na me Barca almost us and now Pastoria mereba tu ja our Jumedia fans Wontumi sports bite what we need time I'm on the table make a choice of Barcelona for woman some never start a launch a Barca jersey and I said and a go on sale natures and opino woman some never start here 20 situation in here where I said a Barca woman so store our come new and also a silco essence and nipa salai will be a jersey be to make a choice and a pegana I cried on my chassis to okay to grano yabano Porsche Barca just unya way bama as a friend of Barca for no and some probably at all now and you know question omo masala ni na bra said you almost see to entadia no one na only said mama ayo promotional video no we say video omo yare ni na the camera omo a womo koto JC apprenti number 10 any D I fan say Lamine Yamal and some no good at okwa womo catch us Lamine Yamal number 10 amanya confirmed say be Lamine and be share 10 yentwen na ekoba say be boy ni share 10 na and say what me actually say be to be no mom yes benya individual see wo say wo take gaba masa for number 10 go akire na mama di Lamine Yamal man power penny ni na onu obi akakapo Jamaican can say owa ya fano Eric Gomez aye member and some animal bouncer ya ka se nipa ni member wa wo ya we na chese yenyi oyibi yentua otua bi onu aye member onu ana ka twa mo say open number 10 edibe na nwa twa mo say Lamine Yamal ana mo ponte ya and some animal into Eric Gomez no one ana chase oye member odikaya one request for that JC aman perforno one some ana request no say am no cast opa log on nako Barcelona on my website say some oya Barca fan ko ba JC no o Lamine Yamal click it so when my catch you say share my message no sana yes am na video no so biem message no and somebody say a very important notice Lamine Yamal mystery number no we say sir answer na benya e be the best experience and answer we betimi ato Lamine atade no we say we be deliver e diamo e wa bro ababa official boy ni din and the number we confirm here we so be deliver to there we betimi pursue order no and we be an control we say number 10 e to no pursue order na ba say be number number 10 one so be delivery amousa and some akwatari ewa bread no ejina 184.99 euros and no aye sorry atade no one so no aye UEFA Champions League mema no we dia yare atete dia kan nyina no and some na de abanam no kasa video na wo mo ya Manchester Rafinha nom Lamine Yamal nom Manchester other boys awomu a wo mo so na di promo aye JC anopai wo mo so auto no Lamine Yamal edin komo e wo video nim Lamine Yamal say yaba to just was say Barcelona and Chelsea we are so fan nyina mo penia mo nya radio akora na I can meet somebody about tree was say you better be ready at Chelsea Barcelona and the whole world better get ready and yes because was here free we be uncontrollable Wontumi market marine yo akora the one in that bow I just say be mananyansa na waka say be me ruyanka ono and the kind of warning and some the man we say and the Barca for you say won't get ready essence afia besim and season ebay we be uncontrollable bama akora no we hit aguase wa brede no am some so come obi ate so no and some other compa now obi say the favorite moment I season ya dia and was we call benebo akwasha 4 and no just a moment am say no nyina no wonom ada so kai adobe so kan nyina no samasa wo call benebo akwasha Real Madrid kama and not just why juma pan today akora no and some other sense nyina no and some area tuja report am say can say Nico Williams and Barca one sense no metesa yesterday last meeting about so now the last meeting yes nyamen kwan kam so mototo twade so obi abaso bonadwe ase be bawo ayama nyoma e tough e jama akodan no ana akora no so kra baba so chese na mo mpani fu mo mafufu obodwesa no etimi na mo ju enyam ju na ebia mo dabi enso anyam dabi edianie ama yese aye very tensed ama chesabufu enso mbamo na yese player no kwa no na nkofo ni fu say adena bebawo as a club aye no we aye personal attack ana chesam omode ko akoda no so akoda yi wonyam bone wasomo aye last season na wasan koko ema boss e do betimi bia ma akoda ketoi e ka se dabi oma wo be stay no abo one season owia wabako motiasia ebeno so lunja na mankwa ana ainuma decay our La Liga officers ana Barca sikasam munkwa hwem ana Barca no wo mutimi register wo mukwa katasumo mu asubi efamo ho bai o mutiri Barca we no aye personal attack ana chesa akwara no ekoro so na bonsa wo ma cheso mo ye political team hey o sam amu wo se do musi yo mo no ma enwa me be catch yourself Ferran Torres essay so boy no aba wo mutimi afo me aye trial anu dempa ena enso aye Dan Olmo say enkoma obi adi aye so boy no ba sentimi register Dan Olmo and a similar situation aye last season and obi say Dan Olmo say na obi bi kan say obi say e dey na be country aye Nico Williams obi kan say and was say wono message abaso de ma akwadana ye fa no Nico Williams and say bibia wasase so bia no aye solvable problems adaba obenya solution e bia wokọ no wapem o de tare na wan ne ade oba solve ama bibia so no aye kama no e bia na o doubt say me ba wo ntimi register me bato no do ba control and say our complete confidence our Barcelona wo so club no mo and do ba so kan nyina no say e be ye fepa Basa, one of the best players, and some Nolasia Kai, and a team back. According to player, your father said Danny almost say you want to just say, and then Nico Williams approve it. Amateur club side, you know, one more beer, who national side, and so one more beer, so no, and some will be a born day. One of them, Bob Pantinia, and I can walk on Sakudano, and my problem be Obiano, Basa, some as a club, and some other software. But latest, I mean, you say, boy, no, Nico Williams, Abenya, and then I second. What's fear I third. And the 4th, no, Nessa, I'm saying, or young woman, I third. If fear I 4th. Saturday and 5th. Yes, see, Nico Williams, Abenya. Anka by Saturday, Nessa BBI no ma terminate ne ba our clause and also ma terminate ne contract our bra womo kwakotwa ba our clause no by Saturday. I was saying the registration and ya dibiana I was saying no tabamu biano I was saying guarantees and so ba ninina is a boy ni say one person ba return to Bilbao akwakwa pre-season one person ba return to Lazama akwakwa start aye training arches no aye kakra free akwadano one some that's what the anano pay and some that was shown so now all of Sakwadana your friend Jonathan David and pay member to Garcia room our studio Sally Jumelia your friend says sports bite ebrono not just I'm confirm say David a player and some Madam Juve what of Sakwadano. Maybe the last week they say we can't try to come for the say woman tete demands so because Oba as free agent the agency no what they be as agency fee ni adeno woman teso kakrampa woman so tie woman tete so and nam so ma do no and some buy na kasa contract Oba sign no a 6 million euros a season plus bonuses I know and some 2 million and it's what me achieve e be a target Oba the amount dia yes a season be Akotano about 8 million euros. I know I a calculated player. Your father Sam, my Jonathan David as well, and some that about Inter bra. I want to after say and one up. I just sports bite. Remember to Gasa Lautaro Martinez captain. I say, and I'm be of course will Inter Sebi anytime. Now a channel Solomon, a channel war. What would you say Inter Milan? Umobium Sasano Manako. What can Sasso make us what you can Chalanoglu? Okay, yeah, but you know some Takachwana Pasaya. Sir Chalanoglu's only statement by Sir, oh, sir, your oil telephone. One of some time will be a damful. Now Lautaro, a class of Rieno, and about to Gasa. Yes, you know, beyond a statement, you know, and some iron that now, I know what the Bako, I just a Marcus Turam, Mianu, I a Chalanoglu, Nankasa, Miansa, I a Danzo Danfres, Ominano, yes, woman, officer. Now, Empire Bobble, I wow Wontumi mobium anako we need chances I would tell them on the other body here I'm a chance of boys look up opportunity of course and a statement na I can't tell a nogu and some other bio we some Marcus to run I call like here the moment I like Obiani and there's only panel because oh yet to kokwa ye need the ma aha we are down so we are doing the chance of some in the young one and to run I call like here I am by the post our IG yes of course at the assignment and send them to every US about to Italy. Report on the second Coach Christian Kivu. One of them meeting. Now meeting I said I'm also hiti kakra will be able Bob Bonanjani Adjama Americano and some number so just was solved. Nene Geminians Omwa, woman Italians, Serbia Bastoni, Italy, Ebia Di Marco, Italiano, yes, Italians or more Inter Milano, Wontumi and found Sanka or more, and Maninia Yesebio, Yato, Aquani Atanona, Yasem Perforatium. I report I'm a second, and sometimes say, one more, and I just the soul of the team. One more untouchable, and what I said a contingent and also mercy by our brother Pano, yet I'm the Tanadia coming in, and some like the Emma Yatofo. Now, I'm in front of himself. Woko ayo Brighton omo boy na woma to na agnama Chelsea Sherlock mama Joao Pedro yes Brighton for the dinkomasie na domo kan nyina sa Chelsea for be fa ayo Graham Potter womo fa Moises Caicedo womo fa ayo Kukureya womo fa Robert Sanchez but akwada way one of our player yes and perform say sir boy way any form any day a dia Joao Pedro and the ball any idea could our game no player bien who our match anymore one bet me this be on the day was here and I said we will kawata but sa could I pen and form and some any day who did about Chelsea for no one some player say you're training no say official match game or say you and some bet me say and your problems and so my opponent I would do and no kakra frimo and some not already your friend make Brown you can make Brown when your former scout and a Manchester United say Usabasi obi reading come na make Brown and was saying one on what TV na info say Chelsea ato Jamie Bino Gittins woman saying it and Joao Pedro and Cesara guys are coming in was it what Chelsea for the same and a drama by na fee someone am call open to bus and I said double decker Chelsea team bus plus never does in Jeremy or former never was room double dress or say and the morning the morning was what Chelsea for the best topa na me natural was it Kudus Mohammed Edi awon komoni mu and the moment Kudus Edi baba no de na the Chelsea team no wo say baba splash aye cash amowura ye fan say McBrown say and Kudus and Kwasa tete say be a defender be and some betimi aba e be another attacking midfielder and some betimi aba Achesa no aye kakra fu amaso ye and abas was steady ade bia Manchester Dortmund e bori nyina no wo ma aye Gittins and mo wo ko omutiru mu a wo ma tag boy ni say ne ho fa no na to yare na German kan say Dortmund omo director ye follow last record and was saying boy no hotel na me ya no mo join say wo no obi enkodim komo wobi no aye Chelsea because a mayor official and 20 min ka so mo join say one Chelsea enkodim komo and to mo join say boy no enko have discussions and yade was back hotel Achesa akura no ehia say ni kwan say wo mo man bo serebeya on konkonko pra and no aye asema Dortmund and director no and some area tuka Gerard Brandtwaite aye player nanka team Saudi opina no wo mo some aye dane power say okay and some Everton and no latest I mean say boy we why extended a contract no until 2030 and some Everton and no aye update but Liverpool boy na ye follow Joao Quensa wo mo jane say onko and ye Liverpool no me na tu gasa akura na wie the medical and no pony boy no say official contract and ya maboboku ye follow Liverpool sikano and some aye 30 million pounds and a PMO and some Liverpool me no ka say report I mean say boy no amama JC number 4 and akwadana ye fan say Joao Quensa and some abashia na Liverpool for I reject Bamutin approach SS and sentem about say Bamutin for say wo Luis Diaz adea I yes Vincent Company one and say wo ya Diaz pentika omma fanemra and yes openina one ya juma adama Bamutin Max Elbal Liverpool fana ka jare so openi yanton na story no koso kase Liverpool at the message and the Bamutin asa na message ni ebi aso FC Barcelona and so domo kan nyina say Luis Diaz aye for sale wo mun jane na omun jane tire tuwa wo wa dwen say bia wo sika ba nyina no anya na yesa akoda no wonsa and so betumi aka na Achesa no aye kakra fimo and so na de ba na no pe no and so na wo so so afei ma men fanto wanim sam yako Arsenal ebarachi eze yabeka bia mo makacho enwa say 68 million pounds na de Arsenal entua we betua below that ne we say almost same Arsenal follow eye omusu time say eye 3 attacker plan as 3 attacker plan no Rodrigo number 1 ebarachi eze number 2 and a striker economy yesterday striker no either say be Victor Jokera shadia ya de baye woko England almost wo muwie woko Portugal almost nya no kra no German second say Benjamin Sesko edia no yesem opani be say e be no won ye pass ya be da so na ya te say yes Arsenal omo movie away from Akodana ye fan say Sesko na Arsenal wo mo da so ebarachi esetiano wom na wodru godiano de yes Arsenal atwa boy no abekwa catcher Real Madrid empire force obaswoko me the catcher no pano omo feel say boy we etimi catcher Madrid force obekwa dia ebema Madrid omo asking price no womo so etimi slash so womo beto so ebarachi esenso mate say yes Mikel Arteta ebusa na say every Declan Rice say Rice when I come ni Mujinaro, my board demand aya national team that you are to say, yes, Declan Rice, and so can some Pankua, and the fire ability, and some whole our branding on Samno, yet the Emma for an aeroplane, and some tower show, so Mamma Harry Maguire, William Harry Maguire, one in Rasmus Hoyland, Omono Trenier. Sharaka, what did you know? Oh, yes, I know about it. I saw them video. Yes, I say, Harry Maguire. I just want to know any Rasmus Hoyland don't training den masa I just am Corano one more getting ready for pre-season and on Kaka film and some that Manchester for say and then Wednesday one more third offer I'll call for Brian in Bimbo hey da Manche, what was there? And I offer to some years ago, and also Tabacco, make an annual surgery in Sancho, where be a so contribution what yes here when I got tuto, and some other judgment, and I'll pay latest Abansa, Jerry Sancho, at yes, where take the salary no so, and all slash or salary nidia, then there be a amateur opportunity, no, and then some Abba. Now you see, you want to say, Sir Manchester for pa, and Yanka, Omono. One more, I could have Douglas Luiz 1, Dusan Vlahovic 2, and Timothy Ria. I am your son, Torian Comuhana, Yaya Sebetia Swapibia, and it is a Manchester Perplex, me some about Mubia, and the another also an imperform Tabacasabia Duno, and also Nabato Marcus Rashford, yes, one young and Argent. Robert Nisika is answer central there. Macatros water so now we are saying Rashford and then you already say what is some so Anthony and so that's so training camera now boys will be any other pre-season and now so battles will be and some serious Anthony Diano what are social realities one shots number 7 and I just Fanasa Anthony and did training and also some Jeffimo Eba Anthony and ye will Rukwakano Dampia Besiani I just and some Ayajuma, the Man City, Wamako drew Manchester, the American can say Yamia Duma, 28th July, and a Man City for Wamasum Tabao party to training. There's Anya Bessa now to me and Sabidi, Man City maintaining Nano, Wamasum Sabatiaka, Sarabea, Wamu training session, and a Jackalinano, Princess and Abastate, Metisomu Sumi, Aya Princess Nano, Aya 3 weeks, alcohol 4 weeks timer, 18 days later. And a Premier League, and some other started, and some our England, and Rico Lewis, a standard contract, Amabokua, Yanfan Sam Manson, Womo agility, Womjiri Basa, Korano Jumadia, what did Mabokua, Yanfan Sam Manson, I was so, I come and Tiakorano, and the Crescent Tamujano, quite Amanoko, I was Sankorani Este, and no, and I come Emma Player, Yanfan Sam Rico Lewis, one of some other best enough, one of course, I am Juma Amasaida, Yanfan Sam, no some I am Man City. Taking off young from Pume, Farina Bonti, and make a show, son. Melko Asensio no manager Jose Marino and a Brian Casa and a podium in seconds woman had on a bed a decay echo nurse the first offer echo after sir manager no and play at the Casa no Melko Asensio and ye bedroom some aqua control Messani Batu just say Galatasaray almost saying and ye Joao Felix every Bobokua ye found Chelsea only some boy no walk Turkey Istanbul and a member now Mausa and also our airport Waba connected a free Istanbul Accord NT and non Paya Kodan way I the post of Makia and non just a day and Guanamono Mame yes Union I just our airport and Joao Felix no and some connected at the free Istanbul Accord and non Kaka Fimo and some not Emma who's something you know yet Emma yet for an aeroplane Yana Sunafe Yan Snabba Jafono and some right this and your own to me sports buffet.
Obo series itena me amesande ye adwuma Mike na onwo ye de
Oti ayo be wakata Oti ayo be wakata
If are you okay?
Well, kakaka. I the lady no training na. News every day Friday.
Yeah, Bokoya.
Yes, this road your bell.
I am the one doing you.
Yeah,
Martinaso.
Me amadia to.
Me sorry Roberto. Na me atina fiso there. And the obebre.
I go do for no. I do for some more. I do for some more.
Ah, me na no hold you.
We have a share. The way we post video bit to Facebook. I think say now how much you say. Omokuma would movies in be transitioning no. Editing. Now plain the color before la bottle escape it. Train, me say train, plane the two for you. Not been falling like I saw before leave cheesecake. Plane the driver born escaping no come say Allah. Yeah, the 10.
Wow, and a make a vibe on us through.
I only them be as a vibe.
I said what you
brony adwuma.
I said what you quickly on you know.
Oh, new.
Yeah,
Come here kwai.
Yanko, ne kwai.
Baby am fabia ye ko ware.
Opta kotratra computer na chia keka ni mabum se Club World Cup ekosi Chelsea Madrid buying obia probability so betimi age Club World Cup in the national or the statistics na to say keka ni masiani. I would want to have a take about a minute on that na my movie called Madrid game or boy so but something surprises me. Chelsea na number 1 PSG Madrid ne omototoso. But you also say semi-finals and 74%, 74.8% for Chelsea. Naturally say Chelsea probability so very the semi-final of this competition, no. Yes, I was listening obia. Name bomuno. Yo. So ba Chelsea dey na. Also final no. Chelsea sa I was through. Name bomuno baby am a point in the one. PSG a percentage so obeko semi-final no 57.7.
Because of in the group no ma oba either so be share Dortmund and as Real Madrid in the semi-final.
Inti na me person me who how percentage no so active.
After what I say.
It's just so be share why oh.
Yeah, be call Fluminense for no group.
And I just someone as a full be Karantina. Okay, that's fine.
Pathway. I just say in Germany say Chelsea's pathway na kwanya Chelsea nam so obeko final no relatively on paper. Obeshia teams are Chelsea na ho odin bro mo so bebre. Also when based on squad quality competition record anyway. And relatively Palmeiras, Fluminense, Al Hilal and the likely teams are Chelsea, Beshia and route to the final. On paper, and it's all compound me, you know, UEFA ranking, whatever ranking, pedigree, no way. Chelsea bro must be brace out there, and the paper and say try. I said Chelsea Beko semi-final, no was so.
That's right.
Or Beko final, no was so.
That's right.
So bet me up final, no watching PSG, ne Madrid, money way now, and the man advantage we send there. Obeje. Exactly. Was one the way I see it. But when you're different from reality.
That's the point. So also when you put statistics and a lot of other factors put together. So maybe opinion there from the eye test. Madrid game I'm sharing and the games previously against Pachuca yeah, kwame Madrid quality pa. Madrid overall quality. PSG so do you want me to Messi mono? After sending my Messi against Al Hilal, and your crab ball Al Hilal Ali, near Bali chia. But Messi Muma say the game goes way beyond how we see Ali no more Africa. And Mami Benya even some extra confidence in Messi team. No say after some Messi both freaking out, but. PSG ma omo ye se nkra yawo omo ne mo abre mo ko home so from the eye test PSG so ho the same eye test away from statistics no be manya a bit of confidence or the Chelsea yenum and omo nyina no metimi aka say the on tournament to enye major test grounds no yakoye PSG
PSG team no dey wa fro anoki obi asitire na dwuma di Liverpool no you say I cannot crash
Liverpool clubs no England from Man City, Aston Villa, Liverpool, Arsenal
handle mo nyina with ease enti o hwe Messi mu de na nye kokoti na ne ye de back Messi mo ne confidence ne rivalry fan support ne ade a ya kwa me say PSG ade na mo ye no yawo na e was so from the eye test no mean di optafo na chi mean to me for Chelsea into number 1 no I'll be picking 3 Chelsea, Madrid and a PSG me ansa we die me hu ni se ba ko na beji
Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea.
Me hu ni se ba ko na beji away from the Club World Cup, but not away really from there. Madrid game about Tia Juventus and I confirm any maybe breed their mame. And you might confirm their mame and said traditionally Madrid have been very dominant, successful, and more sustaining within the 4-2-3-1 from Jose Urbano. That 4-2 no not a comprising of double sixes. It told be a Kedira Pepe. It told be a Kedira Alonso. According to the Jose no pay, but it was always a double sixes. When you zeal, no honey and man of freedom 4-2-3-1 with a lone striker. I'm the buyer. Then the BBC no be demanded more extra technical brilliance and control from midfield, and a forceful system change from 4-2-3-1 no into 4-3-3 with still the lone anchor. Nemo 4-2 no dey a double anchor, you can double pivot no 6 from you know obia betimi akawagu from obia you very effective without the ball Alonso or Kedira, but only say Casemiro adwuma no be no as a lone anchor behind a dynamic 8 or dynamic 10, whichever way you want to put Cruz and Modric. And to only say your assistant BBC no ye miensa 3 attackers and our bomb and some fifi and that has been Madrid ne technical skeleton or the ball under Jose and the Zidane and the Carlo Ancelotti. You're away from that. No head you no Alonso no as a coach, so the man here prominent as a coach. What system? Na to be a systems and ideologies and it's a bad dey too kwan. Maybe abeko bia de beko. Baby ade beko. But yaw, so free Ghana ko America dia. Ya na won ton tade bebre fan ko because ukobro ni krum.
Yes.
Madrid Efa Alonso o jane bag bi wachiri. That bag ne the 3-back system no a na odebo e Oliver Kusin no. The makeup of the 3-back no wasesa ne kakra. Na ohwa okai Odilon Kusuno. Tapsoba.
Yes.
Pierre Hincapi.
Yeah.
Jonathan Tayo ko buy no. Ofomu mi ense bia na ball 3-back. Eno so Alonso jato nchen. And na all ball a system a be fit into Madrid squad omo wo sesie you know. One win bibia and no ma ho den mu obenya the best out of them. Na no blame ni bebre sa obekura be bona baso. Per squad am we available sesie you know. So unim player profiling, unim how to draw a technical structure obebo Alonso baso for adwuma oba wo sesie. Opa ade ne pe bit make say oh Madrid dey 4-3-3 but yaw 4-3-3 no. Obo Vinicius, Obo Mbappe who balances the attack. Especially from the right wing, who balances the attack from the right wing. Now, say I was also due to me say Vinicius, Rodrigo, and then Mbappe. When you know penny five, Benkuma from no more bomb any fan so. So okay, so about 4-3-3. Who balances the attack? Are we waiting for Mastantuono? Only channel or right wing or now also and drop it one of the midfielders because of a bomb man 50 Madrid 4-3-3. But when we say our midfielders be brave, didn't decay. So far, and common now far, it's getting the best out of the players that are available to see. And me, my respect Alonso as Amorim. Yes, Amorim no me respect Alonso apart from trophies in the Oliver Kusin. How he has adjusted himself to the squad.
Okay.
Amorim they watching team squad not to fit into or no ideologies. And it's not me out say I am not changing the me born one kind. But Alonso just free back now to one more. And we bought a 4-4-2 diamond that fit Madrid squad now with the availability of midfielders. Shadrack I ready now. Now me born about so hopa say me ba we na wa how. Manager now Koni Ancelotti in such a be mami hunu ye. Na mpo be ka say me bought 4-3-3 nimpo. One say I'll be talking about Juventus team on here Juma. Manager, I got to the oil. I love the fact say Obama Madrid pressure look at Telly ne Kefran Turam ya Juma rapper he tried or ya Juma but chances no we nya no na your chances as a Madrid na diamond be say Shadrack enko quickly now come on a question why Gonzalo Garcia me babo na baso na say show TV no so baby na Shadrack wo first no won say baby Gonzalo gina on gina Juventus central defenders in anymore on gina ho no boy no striker no jira on the first on jira no now when the crab on Vinicius but be Vinicius jira no hono na Mbappe person be combination 1-2 no de call onyina say am game no mra obejina occasionally who say ball call wide we cross beba na Mbappe di recover but this guy balances Vinicius because ojina it should like more play no free asenko now with the presence of Gonzalo Garcia Nintino Alonso akasem bi a Madrid the players no yaw oni so mo nyina freedom mo de ball the omope now the most dangerous thing so far who Alonso team no and then I will show TV no so no there are 3 lines of defense attack no midfield now who is a midfield no and a defense no the moment time be without the ball no coach no ni nim die mu ono na be kire players no de omonye now problem number 1 am na obe discuss here apart from Vinicius mo de no the final third one no the space no a the last 2 lines of defense in term no midfielders no and a defensive line no sa space the dentemu no a problem no for Alonso say ya when the Chelsea player
so say Arnold
no Chelsea no players in can away this is 4-4-2 diamond we a 4-4-2 diamond 4 in the middle 2 in the final third and then 4 at the back Trent in Chelsea no almost playing in quickly you'll be seeing more of this. The team has to stay compact. And then you know what kind of club World Cup on rehearsal grounds and you are doing the testing. Now, what if it happens this way? Chouameni on your pacey. Rudiger, are we thinking say Rudiger never make a pace at this point? And Dean Heisen, Dean Heisen one hour pace and when you talk about ball playing central defenders, naturally omunye pacey. Omo bono minimum bono. American come game in a home. You either take it or you leave it. Piqué, Jerome Boateng. You can talk about ball playing central defenders, ball turn chair, you are off. And until we have balance, so be or no one ball, there be a nudging no or chance ever say no no important. But the one in ball or commit a lot of space behind them. They lack pace. They will give you on the ball. So a bunny say nana may question Alonso say or checking in and you may be. Now your problem way and your defense no I may feel no. It is like more playing in the ankle. Na men sure be a problem no. I'm sure Alonso will solve it. Omo come no. 4-4-2 diamond no a lot of flexibility won finfin ho. Na obia so wode ba. Ope play a ball kura na ho nkyere no. You kasa ball retention skills. Eni na kuma mu Madrid about 4 different games so far. Shadrack nyina here 4 different games ni nyina here 4-4-2 diamond with 2 strikers. Alonso will not change. We are confirmed. Yeah, we. Alonso will not change from the 4-4-2. It's everything. It gets the best from the squad. Madrid, the new right wing, go between balancing 4-3-3. I've said it already. So 4-4-2 diamond, Valverde Bema bites and goes. Obama pressing. Obama added to the final third. Jude adds a lot to the game in the final third. Or a box to box. Chouameni sit at the base of it. Chouameni the end of the start stone kakra. Shadrack can cut through all the line of faces, you know. Omiyan cut ni 4-4-2. But be a problem no one. In the final third ho, and then between the last 2 lines of defense, beer is some
so I see who say Abaye to say normal 3 back.
Uncle Nechino.
Shout out Bravo Chick to every man. Away no.
Yeah.
You will say Abaye normal 3 back. Then Heisen, Chouameni, the Aquadam Bekai, and Rudiger so and so. 3-5-2, typical 3-5-2. Yeah. When I on paper.
Where your functionality, how the system functions, and by be a Chouameni better Gina power field and also as a midfielder and any midfield by your defense.
Okay.
By functionality and roles, Chouameni who say on an arm why a midfielder. But a Juma Obedino, or better than the defense, as in Fifi Honor, the Notono, your war no so Miss Jumano. And none of who say, oh, Babesha 3 back in the no. By Amadoko give him a cockroach. So Shadrack can mock near him. As in Fifi, I always say, but yeah, Fred is one or because a part of a 3-man midfield. This is the formation. Formation finally in a new formation in here. You own a 3-back in formation in it. Chomeni no over who Fifia. Yes. Formation in it. Jude and then Gula or Bia or the other back. Now you're almost play no. For Baby or Bia done 2 and him na fan game no no henny pepe how Baby or Bia done. Chomeni dear no game no cost of Baby or war on all. I'm more playing on I call air crabia yabeba. Chomeni also Baby a chiro phone. Free back in honor about yes. This is functionality. By position, he's a midfielder. By function, now when Alonso be born Barcelona, he's allowed almost all the midfielders say you can take the defense at goal. Now the main problem be by make a last line of defense. Where you find a rest defense. Shadrack can call it seconds. Seconds be a kabemede. You find a rest defense. This is it. Madrid didn't crab ball no. What's the Tromeni Nasa Kosha ref in echo?
Yes, Omeka centre backs and all.
Yes. Over from the 3-back and how many players they judge?
4.
4. Rudy Gabo position by
right back.
By functionality, say Kabaka a 3-back and your right back. Trent Wayefa from Waba middle, and this caused the problem. Waba middle. Now Juma we no a problem. So she Trent ne left. Now she Dagula right. Also player John Finfi. A Kumia player. Gildas no ono na abegino won finfi no na ya watch something here. So Madrid the rest defense no convert it into 4-3-3 with Trent inverting. Show formation at the TV no so 4-3-3 no drop it Chouameni no go deep no ma Trent right back na ba be finfi no mo no push Vinicius ko Jude ko Gonzalo Garcia ko oh baby obo no your zone 14 one of the most protected zones on the field ever since the football by the South American, yes, White House, one of the most protected joints on the planet. Zone 14, Hormone, na share with TV Nusudi. What's the Tommy Channel? Obusa Sembiwa, Shada Kone Chikitobe, one day after shot, no. Tommy Channel, no. I don't catch that Gula say, Amigo, set up. And when you Shashwameni, what's that 1-on-1 with Chomeni? After shot, I will turn a new her.
One put you pressure on.
And that's Romania, and then a Juma. And now Adagula appointed in a Juma. And Vavedi Juma. And Adagula appointed Oba Vavedi one cast on a captain, but Achino Fidina Fanwaha. Because Adagula quite pressing, somebody had to cover him. Shadrack and Sanko Chi baby and Adagula and Trent Jano. Or Konachi baby Mujana and Sana break up on a banner. Shenuni Vavedi Jaheva Vavedi in the Gina. Referee left and far left and Vavedi in the journal. And Adagula drop it back and Trent to my marking. So who has to give the cover?
It's a time now Carboni emotional. Jodis and Konosanka.
Because Gula na cover. I said Vavedi battery. Abasha Trent in him. Vavedi Amau. Vavedi is caught ball watching because when you say 2-3 players in a day, or more personal. When you say Eddie must stop a ball waha. But that wasn't the case. So her unim Adagula coin and our trainer. And everybody, watch Gula, never Trent me. Also a trainer. The uniform only cover beer. And then row. So and I try many people say my friend set up. And I said no. Vavedi never. Nobody can't discuss it. The say yow problem no be see we anymore. The amount discussing the problem will have to be happening around. And no didn't come on. What's all catch no? What's that? Adagula catch no.
Yeah, Vavedi appear.
Oh yeah, catch no coach. I don't know. We no try and straight and I'll catch it. Say he has to work there. Apart from this problem no one a dangerous problem for Alonso. There are field in the zone of positions you are won't come out me abo and your sources and maybe crack a team on your pong. By detail, ABA or more share fans and results have been to Monshao. By how there are other zones on the field. Upo nipa mi abo. Enti me menene free me menene free enim only nye free do field so mo be free. Central defense. And a coach can say obo 2 strikers, 2 attackers or top one. O se Tony Ebu akoba bi obeko bia akokobo abedi pele ko akobo ya ba ni obo 2 no na problem. Central defense 2 players na some model best of chemistry everything. And they say Mbappe and Vinicius a better born I get the best out of each other. And especially with Gonzalo Garcia knocking. And no corner no. Oh, Flamenco go no straight. Near me go no. Oh, Flamenco go no. Omo BT Pierre Kalulu. Ofam ko go no straight on BT Pierre Kalulu ehunu Rudiger na de no no akra o Rudiger no na dwene ne say Rudiger da ho eno ne oh no nye no ni me pe go no nkwana ka oh yes good say na me catch you say we shoot you ja mo shoot you outside na me catch you eno na de corner ne bi ba eno ne after say no na buy no we no shoot you na we ne na recycle ball no ha this is it also apem shemu unmarked but na Pierre Kalulu mark no ya hwade me be kire ha sei no ko na Pierre Kalulu mark no originally celebration on muchas na yanko box no fast na me jade ona ya kubu jade oh no na Pierre Kalulu ya mark no it's
Farodiga
Gonzalo Garcia before be free no
before say ni be ball no ma ko right na ni Paul mark no ye Gonzalo
so ko Trent one me hair box no me dey but
okay
no all marking so later no o say Rudiger da ho dey abeja kra na chiri
di so no say boy na bi want me le pisa
eno ja kra na o ja na boy be see no so eno pin ball to but Obama Alonso Mbappe and the Vinicius problem me boy Hendrick come up no problem that
Rodrigo the end dey say ya be fufuro wo mate new me da say me say
yes fancy good to have watched a quality game between Juventus and
Wontumi 101.3.
But you know, I think the introduction of Kylian Mbappe, Echre and Yomaka Krebi will come to the bone of the boys in a few minutes. No? But fancy, Mbappe is that big. He is. And from the tunnel now, you bone it in Kylian Mbappe. No? Everything around the stadium, any environment, the feeling in the BB as sign. Obi adi BB abetu ni subia na obeda ne nachi no man IGC Kylian Mbappe. Now, ye bo game no Real Madrid a share one near yi. Kylian Mbappe sorry ko warm up. The whole stadium erupts again because no kreni nyame anim ye. Game no man should I enjoy quality be brave. There were moments. But any game amount continuous quality. For example, in the competition, Meti Makazaba City ne Hilal game no. I did not get such a level. Even Real Madrid and Hilal ne 1-1 ne kra no. Na game ne level no cramponi bi osoro. But with this, it looked like more like as one team is defending, the other two is possessing the game in and around. A woman a moment be a back chance ba could be a feminine ko. But not something consistent that you can literally talk about. But me heard Kylian Mbappe off the pitch in Yomana or the Real Madrid now. Fancy these players and what they are building for themselves as a brand needs to be looked at. So how do you think Real Madrid will look at whatever Kylian Mbappe will give them with this and say young tournament we? No, because the only no Jesse Bepa na aka say oh ton for Kylian Mbappe wo wa unyeska. Leverage Bepa na wo kodim komo se me pay ya sponsor unya. This comes thick and fast to how Lamine Yamal be heavy on social media to hype up the jersey number for next season.
Yeah.
Now, even footballers, say football no a brand. It is not only about talent. How much more the football clubs? And I think a born your business you feel peeved. Now, footballers now the main architect no are going to become to level be who's a born. They are born a pack no so and only be about 60%. But off the field, no brand I'll bet me build for yourself and be 40% because and then I bet carry to maybe episode could do. And then we post Ronaldinho. Or China no post Maradona. Adebeti no post Rivaldo. Now this is an iconic number and an iconic jersey. And then we posting picture now not or that base mu and Messi. Every pan no Jesse launching no o have store pictures in your maba number bia unu ni pay any apart from number 10.
Yeah, ubia in suspense.
Wontumi
look at the momentum he's building for it. Fancy. Now I'm happy say akola no hu nyoma bi ntem. Na wan twen who never been terminal so no na all manage yourself to fit into that expectation. The moment you raise an expectation, also to meet that particular standard. It's in America say Kylian Mbappe mu life no mobile boy any ashase any baby or mu free buy. And then I said the rest of the one I watching so it is because Osama wonyini bano there was a certain expectation be at the Tariq Kylian Mbappe ho. O come for bebre na no to with bear one season at Monaco. O wie o sabe pie mo Paris Saint-Germain o come for anu to bi. And si one or Sako World Cup. Sako come for anu to. So he has been able to build upon the brand was sharing with performances. And when you got a knife about Bob, could be with a knife low. Teams have a bill, or Chikure, or the knife fast, so I could not stand your yay. But someone within the game, yes, some of these things and cannot hear this born or born and run. On the wasn't come out for sorry, I born a fans here. But why is it that Kylian Mbappe is on the field? Cannot hear this is doing the basic things, doing so well in the game, but on the about watching the fans. The brand you build as a footballer, I'll bet me, and they are complement to your performances on the pitch, are extremely important. And that is the liner. Yamal at the age of 17 years on Osunam. I don't know Yamal he just only needs 1 or 2 good seasons in the number 10 jersey. Let's see.
One day or Sunday one and Abase. This season the obey uncontrollable.
Oh yeah, they be to fit. Yeah. Also, someone might call it arrogance, but it is not arrogance.
Not
season,
at all. Last season, a big game Biana also no come make you post as a or unfinished business.
Yes.
Or be show we are no post. So
and now this comes at a time when Barcelona will be moving to the Camp Nou. Now every time we speak about the Camp Nou, we speak about who is going to be the iconic figure or the leader of the new generation for Barcelona at Camp Nou. Because what PK clubs is Barcelona, definitely there is always going to be an iconic leader at the end of the day who leads the charge, who pushes it. But after Lionel Messi, Omunya will be a man fan by Ansu Fati about baby ko. Yano be no kwa wan shada nyeli bebre. Pra anatetino. And a lot of people feel like also you just be where the shower, obi one more team so the born but he's not worthy of it. I don't know if you've realized that. Obi on the born but team say nipa where the just in the manner. But oh share the commercial aspect, oh share the pride that comes with that said number. The attitude and productivity that comes with that said number now. Nipa no only born Boba went to meeting the expectations on and off the pitch with that jersey number. I'm telling you, sir, within the Barcelona team, Rafinha number 10 obetima shibi. Meboa. Lewandowski say we in 9 and 20 also obetima shibi. Ana meboa. You betima decide class Pedri say man share 8 ni biem. Pedri be share 10 no and also obetima ko meboa. There are certain players are obetima for more than more, but who giving you that particular iconic number at a different thing, but I say Real Madrid number 7 jersey no. I say Real Madrid number 7 jersey no. So the other time there was discussion on another Gula taking the number 10. Then the number 10 there you can take it, but when you come to Real Madrid, the iconic number is the number 7. And I know maybe cite an example of the influence of the number 7. Any other Kodia Vinicius Junior there. Because number 7 nation Vinicius Junior and we're defining a lot of things. We're defining a thread of players are on my best number 7 na good anymore so Wontumi live up to the expectations of the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo ni Raul. David Beckham na be 7 because Luis Figo. Far away from that no. Who saw the tone chanya? Shane skin color. Any number 7 no. Any the real racism ni issues ni nyomo no so they aba be overcome sa nyomo ni nyina. So there are a lot of things it happens our dream behind the scenes. A certain number, a certain player, it defining the odds. When was the last time I was a Barcelona player? I will free Spain as a number 10, especially when the skin color is black. Yanko back to a more 10 years in Barcelona. Brazilian, Argentine, Brazilian, by club na Ankasano, away. Catalonia crab and Westy so no swabesha number 10 GC no. Maybe you can go back to the days in 1992 where the Dream Team were playing at the first Champions League. Pep Guardiola mo batch no. but you ask yourself say Catalonia akora be pa na etimi age number we dey sine na so say wo afedie be ye adwuma we dey amaw iti oyibo no be na o define a lot of things off the pitch and the history about the said number and everything that is attached to it and the bema we ase age watum na opia obi abo age so ye Kylian Mbappe ne Gonzalo Higuain Gonzalo Garcia adwuma no so maja bia lo so na mehu ade bi so timi yes ade na adwuma no be fufufu kra de ama no Vinicius timi nya ball left the same place na Mbappe ko fatu to tamana Gonzalo Garcia gina park ne so there were certain counter attacks Vinicius nya ball no timi say was Kylian Mbappe somebody needs to be in the box na Kylian Mbappe asa drift aba no abebe bia Vinicius so no more 1-2 another na fa so ba ko bienu no abie ko say hey nobody in the penalty box. These same things kept on happening under Carlo Ancelotti last season. She games are Kylian Mbappe yeah discipline one number 9 any goals or share in that game any new man etimi boama Real Madrid etimi nya in that games. Now I think Real Madrid needs City Champions League round of 16. Adam Becker has said that is the first time in so many months and who say Real Madrid abought a game and players now disciplined. Because most of the time I'm be chat to be our answer or move overcrowded on the left. But that game no kwano or more overcrowded on the left. No more or match chip. The games Real Madrid play so well. And see or more overcrowded on the left. Kylian Mbappe 2 minutes kit to be no abaho no basic fancy. Alonso also ultimate will be. Gonzalo Garcia and I had you are not pressing. Kylian Mbappe bem not pressing is what it. I'm not saying Kylian Mbappe is a bad player. And I mean can't say he's the worst player. But if Alonso can get Kylian Mbappe disciplined in and out of position, possessioner.
Wontumi 101.3.
Let me say Obe breathe another quality player. I may say Ballon d'Or ne be ben in Chibia. Dancy who is say. Ayi ka say me Real Madrid second goalkeeper Ukra Garcia, right? Or can say me about Kiko Garcia. He was speaking about Kiko Garcia. He was speaking about the influence of Zinedine Zidane on Cristiano Ronaldo ne Benzema. Or say Zinedine Zidane bad dressing room no. The aura around him no cry ma Ronaldo ne Benzema decided said they will need to do things above their levels to get results for Real Madrid. One, Baku is staying true to your position, adapting to coaching the philosophy, and then the tactics, and being disciplined. We saw that with Benzema. We saw that with Cristiano Ronaldo. It is your team, no. Cristiano Ronaldo ne Benzema, but Benzema on your nine. Because Benzema ne more ten na Ujana kona ho. And I can say on no be about from wings Ujana kona ho. There be. Ronaldo also stay true to the position. Yes, me na me more nine no. Michel goes so the important positions be I'll be there.
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe being disciplined and Xabi Alonso will even bring the best out of him. Maybe when he say baby Adru no, Omumi no, it's an affair that needs to work. If it works, Real Madrid benefits. If it doesn't work, a best strike confusion. Because Alonso now no might not be able to sacrifice what Gonzalo Garcia gives the team for Kylian Mbappe. And you know so this Mbappe ni Vinicius che.
Because I know when you say Vini Munina by trade defend it. Stories and
Vini so bench
also be and
now ultimately move you central in now. Vini didn't who's or Lusu Bona I was all the bab. And Kylian Mbappe Obama, your funny say bia wire no akwaba. It will pick it ba. But from what we saw from last season, Emin Koma, Luis Enrique, and then it's not them ni di no. Yenina yenim say adwuma o Kylian Mbappe out of possession. We all know. And then they new to us. But I'm only trying to mean say the quality ne kutano no. I was on Alonso no. A keke out of possession, in possession, discipline and consistency. Real Madrid de Janebe so say ta. Arsenal pe e bere chieze.
Yeah.
These are the signings our Arsenal fans will love to hear. Fans, it's not because of anything. But the level of consistency, I win the bit to say a Bereche Ezi, Ebo Crystal Palace, or the more. Now imagine so the Beba Arsenal. At Crystal Palace, Wabo as a right winger, Wabo as an attacking midfielder, Wabo as a left winger. But the best position for me, minimum near so full left winger. Because a quality player, silky. And even in the number 10 role, when a Odegaard, there are certain games you wouldn't need Odegaard so much. There are certain games you saw being Odegaard. Game out here Odegaard, we bet me about 10 and move about 11. Game out Odegaard, we bet me about 11. Game out Saka plan, we bet me about 7. And or a quality player that can match up the numbers of various wingers in the Premier League. Fancy, last season Nkwano involved in 25 goals and assists. 14 goals, 11 assists. Shego share the FA Cup. Basically, he was the reason why Crystal Palace won the competition.
I say, Ostati Jumana no Akwakowie.
Ostati Jumana no Akwakowie. Last season, not actually basically involved in around 14 goals. So the numbers keeps on increasing. And also, football PKS in the DBS, he said 27, 28, 29. Now he is around 24, but when you're 24, cry. Quality signing. These are signings you expect to hear. So these teams are going in for. Manchester United £4. Come on, Moody about Sancho Biano, Mofanje Douglas Luiz. Vlahovic on team more Manchester United.
Say.
Fancy. Vlahovic in team more Manchester United. One, the attitude. Two, the salary. Three, the output. Whatever United needs in their striker, as a centre forward, number 9, is you know. And your ball, bonone, laziness, winning your mabio. But United did not say no. I can't go and send common has in it. While I'm more one season is uncount. Another player account Timoria. Fancy Timoria on your Manchester United in your man. The reason why United must look at Douglas Luiz.
Better cheers, 27.
27, okay.
27 years.
Thank you very much. Fancy. So amateur. So he's not a young guy or amateur. Thank you very much. Fancy. Share the other part of Douglas Luiz and the experience in the Premier League. Share United midfield ne mueha. Pa. Ope ugate ni Casemiro unya de ope. Ope ugate ni Bruno unya de ope. Ope Casemiro ni Bruno unya de ope. Kobimenu ni Bruno ni etwi form so sa. This guy knows the Premier League.
Okay.
It's just that the Italian Serie A and Juventus ain't teaming bringing the best out of him.
Come on, the Sancho no kwa mo fanje Douglas Luiz.
Perfect.
Mate.
What's auto midfield?
Mate. Well, Medase, Mike.
Medase, on the transfer front, a bit of clarity on the Thomas Partey situation. Sharak Mboya. Once a day, Mecheche say why Partey might perhaps leave Arsenal. It goes beyond just the money, and then perhaps play any future. So there's a clarity. Partey jai Arsenal Boboko not because Arsenal phone to Mintia. The discussion centered on Sika or GCCA, you know. Sani Adebema. And I told you, Partey is one of the highest earners in the Arsenal squad. So Arsenal were willing to continue with such a wage structure. But it was about cementing your future. Club Nesi Abema won with an option of another year. Which club Nene war the sole prerogative said or best sanction. The player also felt he has a lot to offer, and at the age of 32, say Obetna Arsenal no know what to aswa. He needs more guarantees about the future, not just 1+1. Now one Obeboy we na fe no obedwen ho ayewe. Eventually was not going to work. Club no feel say a policy. Player no so feel say I have a lot more to offer. Coach ne de ankonya yankope. They should give Partey beyond 3 years because Ateta yebia magrane jakape. Enya dia ensoniye. If he trusts and relies on the player, then he will push for the player to be given an extended period. But Arsenal also feel say no. In as much as they need to compete on the pitch, they should be measured more approach or more the year in terms of the squad building. Send a bear or most players and more so no musica semno and for monko into a precarious state. And I say, baby eyes or more yach or more anessa. And so that is how Kampate is free. Now, this is my opinion. Because I share the reality in my way. The opinion I have is Arsenal are missing out on a valuable asset. Player or a lot to offer, but I don't think he's needed. Say, if Partey was a need, a necessity, Adia ye here, Arsenal would have broken whatever structure and everything, like Liverpool have done for Virgil van Dijk, like Liverpool have done for Mo Salah. There are times you make compromises, but compromise obe jai dia wo hwehwe no what obi dia kakra e dia wo hianti tina wo classroom so person wo hu ade enti na wo tie wo lecture dia wo person wunya think as na feel they can cope with and without Partey will have fine, but so nimu so we are good to go. So if I am offering any form of counsel, I think the best decision for Partey is to go where he's needed. Baby, I hear not where you will be tolerated, and now where they will cope with your presence. Go where you are needed. Baby, you're moving on a panel, a doors in Europe, and even outside Europe.
Okay.
I remember scenarios where Bakumyanumi and Sabi. Italy teams, Akasiano, Napoli, Inter, Juve, AC Milan, among constructed or midfield in way. Someone like Partey was slot in at any of the clubs I'm about, or be an excellent job.
To your main fan say for Champions League football, it's crowded. Milan and out.
AC Milan out. Inter, Napoli, good. Now, Inter. And you understand the issue appear between Hakan Çalhanoğlu and Lautaro Martinez. Ni na ba Çalhanoğlu so be ko Galatasaray so onko anameboa. Good. Partey is a natural fit. Çalhanoğlu or a converted DM. Na the position angasa at Leverkusen, wherever, AC Milan. A offensive midfielder, attacking midfielder. Çalhanoğlu position no. He is a converted DM in a system that a paper over the weaknesses. So more midfield, Barella will support. It may be a sin to watch Çalhanoğlu in the game, no. Barella back cover, Mkhitaryan back cover. If you get Partey, he's a natural fit, and he will even bring the best out of midfielders. No. Naturally, he fits in as a DM, as a central midfielder. So, unya Partey on the free. If Inter Milan were the financial capacity, say you bet me to Partey wages na mano. If there are agent fees, you bet me to the best player to upgrade on Mumfin is Thomas Partey. And I dare say he will even do a better job than Çalhanoğlu has done. I'm not discrediting or disregarding the impact of Çalhanoğlu, but Partey and the Wontumi straight ahead. He lifts them up. Why I also suggested Italy, if not for money reasons, ASA, a trainer, players already 30 plus, or moko kore launch and we've seen such transfers, a boost England to Italy. The Anglo-Italo transfers, it pushes such players up. Jeko Akonyane there, Lukaku Akonyane there, a tall list of players. So going to Italy offers Partey another opportunity. You consistently play in Europe and here back. And then two, you'll still be relevant because you play in a top 5 European league. Median year, the conditions if an offer from Italy comes, particularly Inter Milan, Kokoje. The conditions are one year come J. De Bruyne, Kunjumane Infanakoi. Ako Napoli. He's gone to Italy. Again, environment Italy a bois players over 30 to go and then deliver. So Partey should go where is needed, not where he will be tolerated. And again, Sikasemi Sipisita, he should go for it. But if Europe now there is any transfer outside Europe, he should go. They will do on a career, he does not have a lot to prove. Then no bet review. National side Wabo World Cup. AFCON Wabobi. As it stands now, Partey is not in a position to challenge for any top individual prize in the game. Baby, I will do this here on a career. It is to secure one, a legacy, and then a future. Legacy and securing, it is contextual, but a future there is car and your team, a to go where you will be needed. Almost so bet you the payment will match your valuation. Asa. Consistency helps. And the amount consistency ebuane say and the idea breach is a home como. Sas na nyayo mope. But kudus a space na pe. But for consistency a breach is any kudus. Kudus no was wrong at the chin. But consistency, yes, for the past 3 seasons, Eze has been on an upward trajectory of frusro. To check here, and the last 3 seasons for Crystal Palace, Obama double figures for goals or assists. Last season, 8 goals in the Premier League, 8 assists. If you add other competitions, then it means that Obama double figures for both metrics. Kudus. An excellent first season West Ham to cap off senior net tier wires or the buy. But last season, any kind of certainty about the consistency of Kudus, a year for the doubt at the Abba. Maybe some questions. Is he a player on a decline? Is he a player who cannot guarantee consistency? Maybe some questions, no, because Sawaya to Asua and a GDNia Reshemuneba. And to the risk and everything, se mi yisika kwa fa player. Me mohu because wahene bebre. I'm telling you for a fact. Kudus. The reality is, he will improve any attacking position I was now. I'm repeating, Kudus. Obey improving every attacking position in the Arsenal team.
But say.
For political reasons, Kudus Saka. But Obey improve.
Yeah.
Baby, Odegaard Bob Tafre board Obebo Abon more than Odegaard. Again, Martinelli or Obebo. As a second striker, he was still. But what? Gideon and our bonus were then. So relatively. Per the numbers I was generating in the last period, see a call bit to say as a one, he has the political advantage or a homegrown talent and near back home, English boy. 2, he is more on the rise than you are. As any the Crystal Palace at GFA Cup or Moko Europe, then season under review. So a consistency in T and a baby Kudus form, not a page of it say as at the Nabasro. The players, at times when we preach, said they need that. I am never, and it's unfortunate. A bad season, a Pia Kudus down the pecking order in terms of target at clubs. Ashe so munya or mope. You see them Yamal bet me the book be sende Sharak. There was steps to stardom. There is always a scientific process towards making a product, and I say. An item, the object of reference. Steps to stardom, that's on Joy L. Now you will know that carefully. Yema obia nya dia ope, so that you achieve success by accident. No, success should be done in a process manner, a procedural. Send you be a procedure no. Edem fast wo beba ni akasa ade we na ye na be template. Enti when acquire the fancy fast ni enti yemfa wo so mfa so saa na wo yire wo ho a se ne fancy nya nkunimdie no saa na wo so de ebe ye So there are steps to success. Now, the stardom bit, if I explain, you will know clearly. So the first one, the foundation and the skill development. Along the line, I was here ni anechao yateteo. So basa omuhu Yamal, omofa no mateteno, oma man the best of a year training and education, oma building the portfolio. He's a La Masia boy. Obo wing. Yesi akodebi initiaba. On time tis our story from Basa. Akodebi feel La Masia ba. On be ho. Ayana media they can say. They will build a portfolio around you, create something. Now videos are starting p Yama we hu nem kwada brain videos. Otwetwe bebre no akoshe we hu. Ansu fati we hu. It is a template, they follow that. Now say upeja bedru a na fe you know they will want to help you gain visibility and then the exposure. Sa stage na Yamal remwa or free mu from the gaining of visibility and exposure. Na afe o ma building to the growth of his career and then management. Just now, they will likely announce it that will be the 18 years. It is for a reason. The symbol, they say, 18 would dria, you say, well, round penny fieso. So transitioning from a boy to an adult, 17 to 18 years, July 13. Yamal enya 18 years.
101.3.
17 years, who's a boy? 18, he's a man. Jesse number change. 17 or 19 Jesse. But when he becomes the man, he wears the most important number in the club's history. After what he has here. Yes. After the wabeye akoda wabeye penyin. Penyin ya ne metri no mo yedu. And yes, idea the club no. You need us when you now could so. And I'm suggesting number no obesha swan. The symbol is that he is a man now and is ready to shoulder the responsibilities. And the mistake Barca did with the Ansu Fati bet. Ansu Fati they got carried away. Now Ansu Fati they got carried away. Mexico, you hear me be the abefem. So to ensure the best experience, you can purchase Lamine Yamal shirt. It will not be delivered until its official name and number are confirmed. July 13, when they confirm, then they will start selling it. Again, the steps to stardom, there is a certain commercialization aspect attached to it. The effusions, the sensations, whatever with stadium honor. Since he can't come home and fast win him, anything a Rafinha will form by M number 10 name from Mano. Yet mean Tom Rafinha do and then for a longer period send you beton Yamal. Rafinha already saying the origin to saying, okay, with Yamal, he is already an established order in the Spanish football system. National team no. What do you crew? Okay, he's a kid from our academy. The storyline it sells and your emotional better chill. You're driving no Messi, I say. So a clear step, no more than name. Again, that will come to the financial management of his career for its growth. Send a career and be pejako him. And why and any agent? The great Jorge Mendes. Contract no more sign a 2 years simple. No. Good. So that the next 6 months I am at the 18 years no. When he will be an adult or be a representative because he's in the sick no. Likely sending papa money memo would advise. But when he's 18, he will be making most of his financial decisions on his own. He needs an agent Awaibida. Mendes commercially made Ronaldo not just a football brand, but a global sporting brand. And yes, idea the commercialization of the brand Lamine Yamal. Jorge Mendes and Fanny Nim Dieno and some better no mumpia. So it is a clear step and a proper strategy by a club just to make sure say a boy will transition from a man, but not just that. He will grow from a man to a brand and a commercial success. And then Abasa,
Mate, Mike, me da se pa. Wo, Supremo say BBI find it. But my me birthday see quick. I name Mrs. Star Medinachi Awoda. So Sharak yen real quick. Happy birthday to Mrs. Rita Quatin and your birthday. From Ura. I am Mr. Eric Quatene o ma me Quia Janet and nature say onu anum ne abusu afuni na yare so awoda pa we nipa say no akoma pa chese ka so bi akoma mo bia ti baby a obia no rase en kanjo say odo
yes
na say na bia woda say dry na message ne ba no and say oye ne tofia em say bia woda na num ti yen kanjo so so awoda pa nyame nhraw na ekoso na ye de we na bibia so be fine ti happy birthday to Minua sister Rita, Mrs. And I feel happy birthday to Abigail and Abby Awoda from Junior Okwara So Estate. Junior Hazard essay Yerisho Awoda Pana Odopa Auntie Abby, baby I will be an Mrs. Also and your birthday. Enjoy your day to the max. And the twice will be so say happy birthday to a fear of Fabia. Kufodia, New Draben Municipality Assembly, where SI and say, Yereshe, a fear, and some Awadapa. So enjoy your day to the max. Happy birthday to Abigail Kusiwa, where your worker, okay, but do rental services, Odium. Hazard Junior, say, or no, and some Emma, happy birthday. And also to Queen Shunis, Ajankia. We are Juma our rich condos. Ana Shunis and so a Juma. We are from the Najem Kwase. I'm saying Nehemano. And I said, we are Nehematra Kopenti. Yama happy birthday. And also going out to Obaya from Nana Jamfi. Obaya also say your birthday inti or no else a year awadapa. Happy birthday to Pin Code. We a student our Joso Sektek and your birthday. Enjoy your day to the max. And the chat to happy birthday to Adwa Pretty from Parliament Ladies and say Adwa and awoda omo join cool and so say yamau a year awadapa. Kabo.
Yeah, fancy room now. Yen to us now. Say, and common cost on na. Say Mike Mudin come off a party. Hona ye said Nema. ABC Alcorn. Say Penny Bakunso Agana. Oben Pate, a former communications director at the Ghana Football Association, Sani Dara, Edna Wontumi, our Kebia, the Kenyan answer Pate, says, he said, one in a dinkomo, among Comono, Wakan Semi Bracher, Nemo no Yan Chain after 5th July, Nayan will be a Pate, Edna Nibeche, we call office no, a be a bar from Saudi Arabia and a few countries in Europe no, a bin so ho, Nemo do no dear, obey advice Pate say. As well, cause Saudi na oko jiskani because as well thinking life after football no bibi ewo as well hwe ni mutizika de o hien to be catch party say nka Saudi no ebeboa yebetie Yera Sani Dara kakra de tuja
no have completely ended. I don't know if from now till the next 1 hour if anything will happen, but the talks have ended. He's had a lot of offers. The offer from Barcelona is true. The interest from, not an offer, the interest from Barcelona is true. The interest from Saudi Arabia has been true. And even one more club in Saudi Arabia has been added to the clubs that were originally interested in him. Yeah. And there are some other clubs also in France and in Italy interested in him. After 5th July, he can now have the focus to look at his next destination. But let's give him these moments for the next few days to run out, and we'll see him playing for a good club. But for me, my advice to Thomas, and I've told him this thing personally, my advice to him is that at his age, he should look at what he will spend from now until the rest of his life. The money from Saudi Arabia is tempting. I think he should go for the Saudi money. It will help him.
Sanidara kakrodi atudwa say Saudi sika no ebeboa patinti bate uti advice out there ebema no we no say Ghana league no player exodus say hard players no free ha na omoko beti obi o Tanzania obi o Vietnam obi o Thailand be bia Iraq nyina Ghana for ho mo bobo say Ghana for wa chiri na do kan say de betimi aboa ma player exodus free chroma ne say say aban no eboa na de say omo ne FNE ne say players no eba no say bia prison service Ghana police service ni ade ne fa players ni bi nso ho ye mo a certain quota same bia players ne bia 30% for players ye fa police service and our prisons are ni amo mako into obobo ni nyina no na o say serve e ba ne sa na aban tua ne ka football no nso tua ne ka into say o ye country wi na oba na osika no nko ani ma onya ho enko no nso beboa ma Ghana league no aye better way a good suggestion yenti Sanidara.
All the military services or the forces in this country employ, as part of their recruitment drive, employ sports people. As part of it, I'm suggesting that let's, reserve a quota for players in our league so that apart from the salaries they get from their clubs, they can also get salaries from these state institutions. And crucially, when they retire from active playing, they can go back to some careers they have and also have pensions. That's why we'll have our players leaving these countries going to Vietnam. The last time I was in Thailand, I met a Thai guy and the guy told me that there are many Ghanaian footballers here. They came to play, but they did not have the opportunity to play. They've become male prostitutes.
Could do Vietnam, maybe Tremuk or Thailand. No, quite no Ghana from Rantia, Omo. Bo ashe omroze kroma na yeze na ma no na enim zembia omugina kwa ho na emema befako Thailand nso de emema ejina kwa ho ma ebefako
and so oba ye bas bra sebi
bema nso ye ba bema sibra ha na omu sibra bi pa o Thailand ho ti yese hadwen pa ba mema ne de ndiem se oba no ba befo akona mso wase atua oka Dina. Oh, there is in the football, no more bought them instead of them here. No more pictures on a hard pie. Tira, Sanidara Ghanaian players. Thailand, yeah. Hardry. No, I'm say, oh, baby. Baby, omo ye adwuma pa omo kakra enitira Sanidara sam kakra de at the room na fie nto so nyabi adoma ye we se nuama ebetimi akoye the referees department no one program for 2025-2026 season nyabi adoma 10th of July aye wo mi ya no eno start na afi omo hwe se omo ebe hwe na fitness examination no akoso e de ama the northern and the southern sector na omo bo adwuma 8th from 8th of August ekopim 15th and one more fitness test no beba so na nuaman so ayekama ediamo na ebe followed by the referee courses no Premier League Division 1 and afi Women's League no so nyame adoma September and afi October so mo ebe before say league no ebe start no na afi mo course no so etimi akoso ediamo mtia no kakra fast the training ebe koso ni ahwe integrity test no referees no o ma ho den and afi o madwin mo ye be rem na afi edi nkomo kakra e wo ho na ya hwe se o betimi aboa ma league no so ayekama eno kakra ba Max so did drama ni coach Adema House of Oak what in some kakra to do say board no omo efa omo no technical team no omo division omo direction omo pese omo ko no omo so no technical team no tries to take the board no akana se na omo movie towards the direction na omo has eko inti coach Masu Didi Dramani.
I try to understudy the vision of the board, which is the direction of the club, and trying to institute a clear direction with consistency and sustainability. And we'll try as much as possible to put in place a more progressive development approach. And so we acknowledge what had been instituted over these years. It is for us to keep the consistency and keep improving structures, more importantly, very comprehensive technical programs that will improve individuals and also the team.
Well, I know your coach and summer. Or they are to the coach Masudi the drama decided to just say has now about Bejumano on Peso or this squad be bribia, the players be bribia Bejuma or Pese Omoa or Betimino Maya Juman or do a mobile Juma small, not larger squad. Same year players be bribia 45 no mugo na Omu do mo your pe squad ka crab your money born a boa or Betimino mo Eddie Juma in 7 so or Carifaho.
In vacuum. We inherited some assets, and what we inherit is what we work with, and it is important to always acknowledge what they have done over the years. It is part of the team building process, and it's very comprehensive. Sometimes we think about last year something should have happened, but that is not what in team building. That is not what it is. There's always a learning process in every failure of football development. And so all the past years that things didn't go on the way everybody expected, but there have been a lot of gains. The gains that we see is that progressively the team have been putting in something. And once we are very clear in terms of being very deliberate and then being very, very consistent, and then we are patient around these fundamentals that we are speaking about, then definitely you'll be very much assured that we are heading somewhere, because you cannot bring everyone in. You only will be choosing one or two.
But now Patrick Razak in some of the senators here now Newtonum Ebu Jamu Hapa na the etin is a house. A team no MZ Omo Enya hit in a kakra. The etin is a Omo Chese Patrick Razak. He said the information a good time is Oma catcher and say on train ho kakra na team no and so Enya Jumana coach Ehiana Obe Fredonafi Omo Aye Jumantizi Patrick Razak reporter Eba Yensa e canon say Oma catcher so excusing ho kakra na Omu Hiana Omo Ebe Freno na Fiono and so Beno e kakre free on my dear Benty train news I bet was so Eddie free on has vote no reporter ban say Asamoah Boateng so mutually yet say woman in din komo say adwuma no mbia baby adu die omo Eddie besi he ya na afo akoto so ebe fufuro eno e kakre no so free on the Benty as for no woman ya brace season o metimi akọ manim na afo mabo adwuma na nuama enso aye kama no e die free on my dear Benty has vote adwuma no e koso e pa kotoko so eno training na no se omo training no koso ewa da koja achi na say trials ye ball na ye replayers wo metimi abo abe support amakrobia enu ametimi akoye ede amount training pictures ni bi ana yeyi ede amount na onhwe bi ewo TV no so ne anope enya asem to akra na omuguso a wo mo ya na fancy justify na course na trials na course no wo mo kire players no be 2-3 bi na omo enso etimi fa wo mo a o metimi abobo adwuma de amakotoko one player friend Kabore ono si academy Salitas kakra onimbo pa fullback ono nso obo adwuma nra ewo ho a kire kotokofo ani agye no ho pa obetimi akam aye adwuma ede amomo na ba ku bi enso bai ono nso ball pa fancy enye ize ono no nyame adoma ene yebesa hwe nanim na yehu de because no wie ya no kofro ka one nsentro for kra nyina wa nyim komokra ono nso ni mpia pa ono nso de eno no na abranche friend Inusa Wenga former Wafa player is not Okwa United ono nso ebe ye adwuma pa Wenga 10 wa ho a just ono nso players a Evans say de wo mo etimi fa wo mo bebo adwuma de amakrobia no kakre fi ode ba na Go Stars team no so omuguso bo adwuma na nye easy kra listen there say omo guso omo sign players na more amo omo abedi dwumade amo omo a chese dwuma omo bebo no ano so ohyepa ni nyina ne say Africa no omo ko no omo hwese no bekoye Emmanuel Ankra omo wie from Swatraman Berima ba abaya kan ho asema na afi Abranche Emmanuel Kuntonso Edward Ajenim ana afi Emmanuel Fosuchei enso abedu players ne there na Emmanuel Fosuchei edensem kakra aba betudwa ye sign no the message about the opese Go Stars na obi ehu ni se obeye adwuma ma Go Stars no wode atudwa de ntia Go Stars no opese oboyinti kakra or the tuja share said the new Mexico Accra Lions and so a goalkeeper no bonsu reporter eba so guso the medicals or go stars I say obe complete na afi I official no amodi ababonte no kakra frio the eba nti go stars for no o mani abre o say new mabitima koyi na fancy abrantie friend say Frederick Kasari say or South Africa na bibia fine and now airports cameras na capture na team say on am kwazo a okofa flight okotoka a ordinary South Africa Durban City hall and next season okobo adwuma ntunia and ejawa lazy amiema okone say die okobo adwuma South Africa no Frederick Kasari and e de no nsem de ema ne o show no so na kwampoku enso on Africa no kotoko nyame adoma CAF Champions League mo be den mo be hye mo be dedede na won say the numbers die na Confederation yes Champions League go stars na Confederations no Kumasi Asante Kotoko na Confederation no akasa e dey afa on Africa no saying the city yentie kakra ono nso eri to dwane preparation na omaye
Wontumi 101.3 Nyaminsawo.
Ready there I'm say yebehwe na yetimi ato so e de afro nyame adoma ochina kotokone namoro for no game no beba ye friendly game ana kotokone namoro enso e de ebo ni ewo adakoja achi training ground so nti nyame adoma ochina eno baso 3 pm nti omne namoro e game no eno nso the bitimi abaso e de afro no ye kakra efri odoma de ba na hohoifo no so reporter eba ne say Tijani Abdul Rashid Bashiri ana o mafara say head coach ono bebo adwuma edi amome no kakra free hohoi edi eba yemfa eni kwampoku die no mrai na on Africa no kakra di tudwa na infancy.
My first stint with Kotoko and then playing in the CAF Confederation and Champions League was my first experience. It wasn't easy, though it's sweet, like you have exposure, you be traveling, you get to know places, you meet other players, foreign, and then so playing the CAF Confederation Cups sometimes boosts your morals and then also helps you in a player to develop well. But that was my first time having such an experience. So maybe I could say I couldn't do well because we couldn't progress well like the way we wanted it. But this time around, I think it's not my first time because I've had the experience before, and then aside that, I've played outside before. So now
Kwampo couldn't send me free at the Argentina. Me I don't much now bite no so no kakra and also ebe to us on the fancy side of Baba Ghana phone the echo.
Yeah, me started couple year the stories here we na. Me first started free. Sunny Daran Koma or boss wa na or chese emrebi to kwan ko Thailand. Okay, no na ukushia Ghanaian players bi matu kwan akrefi se omukwa akobobra enti yemon pan mo but unfortunately na adwuma mo ye no nya adwuma emso ba fie bedi hu nkomo a eyeye ensem bi say no on kan ntem kra cause ya ne how besides obesa ne oni guys bedi nkomo oba create friendship one or two bi enti ye nyensem a eba utrimu pa se kan ebia na wo come make impact na wo hwehwe nsachira e na beka ya ne nsem se hu hia na ye na makontomu games ye chi me Kenya at the time no a Nigeria for no more mall ho se bi akọ bombing crop bi no Kenya na me call ho me free opportunity no mo che me se me Nigeria ni eto mo ne me ye rofa be one hour san mo jam me fe no mo de visa free number it be catch on some person me pay because na about 4-5 hours transit am some person me pay ko Kasarani eba na ma me visa na me pay ba bi am hotel am se me per rice ni soup hotel mo chere me se me nkono ne soro ya former colleague opuni angel now on ne friends be askwa how akọ Kenya am about 4 players am person mo komo bo but agent no mo ko see no so no e catch from some amantem Kenyan Premier League now already it's kicked in and so this no the nisika per hotel mo da e trainia ko season e be end
it's now full season
yes season be end no be starting other clubs oh me we were how me we were how me no apem ama na say kura be krom ha o ya say agent boy players na sense an agent no do ko na say club no ko si akira one anim ha obesofa agent na aba no e tori bi oti obasa for me fa we ko betis e be fa be na so moa e wo so oti say agent match na nsia ba pa ya busa ho say agent no club be na asoma no ana fe na obepe players na odo omo akọ so me Kenya me koto boys no me no mo me koto soup omo say your friend coconut soup omo de kube nsuo na aye testi sa adwene nkwan me ne boys na di we omo hotel room na me catch from say me ya se me no mo askwa port na afofo no mo askwa for boys me no mo na me ya se mo betena hotel o Kenya omo ne bon komwa na mo ka say hanade ya san traffic be chime to airport no ntime san ko me ko na me yapa because na hu manya Ghanaian community but I was leaving those guys in a room na me your connection akọ baby ka wana no wuja me kwan na me de sim card ne maamo El Kasarani city center ha na me koi sani dara se me bia koto boys no so mo ko bobo but dwumadie na nkasa busenfo dwa mo kwan no ya o munya fan start so one experience bibi say ya o ho ya baka say nya no kre but so wo ja boys no ho aba back Ghana ha no mo hwe wani na so hwe mani a na hu so ra ho mu yeah na ra ho mu pa so uno mo ntamu ba betete a na ra ho pa wo mu na problem ni
Ethiopia cross in a Ghanaian place me mo koye stranded ono kwa dem ka Black Stars e bomb last qualify against Ethiopia wo ono omukru Addis Ababa ho yeah a game a player ba ko so koyem say ne contract awama ne visa and so see ana police for no chase so every day biano obetu $100 so much biano wadi 6 months e wo kromo ma multiply sa 6 months no by $100 every day
ya nkomo ya dion guys ni bi monitor show na said your tough moment ma
to say be from Paul Manson by coach from Paul Manson to from Paul on the very okay nyame adom obon season out omono de ne de Black Stars hotel so na as a guy na be pete say KBA place ne be mo na onye scan fan twa ticket ni ade and from Brian yes simple sa
na maka sa say your born we are not short of talent ade ma your born nkoso na anya talent you can go to some countries like Comoros Madagascar no ne ade uyo musika sema wa form to nchen Zimbabwe mu ne omo no Mozambique no they are short of quality potential sini ni ho bebreza ya oboase nko me o ma chance metimi anya 11 or 15 players be bo Ghana under 17 Ashanti region ko betimi ma national team under 17 Ashanti region okaza wo biem ye fa technical people nko grounds a Ashanti region ha nko no betimi anya players be bo ama national team under 17 we are not short of talent. We are not short of talent. That is why Ntebe Busa say number 1 18 club league in a yebono mimi confidence wom because teams in a relegation and your quality no more relegation no Ipswich relegation you could deduce the same quality na do moko Man City share na party, Liverpool share na party, Spurs share na party. Obi obe share Ipswich bia na waye from bibi. You understandably know say a quality na ma Ipswich for how chromo. But the no has been very different based on the patterns na ya no mo relegation da hono. How to you relegation? Or relegation no. The players na relegation. A club na ni omo documents of register na relegation. Players no alasa Mankuyeli omo striker no. Oko Samates ono mo ko Africa alasa Mankuyeli Baba Kushibo omo captain no oko Samates ono mo ko Africa no oko before NS Nwankurina one of the best 8 in the last 3 seasons pra ene dininya before ko relegation oko kan insu atre team no ono mo ko Africa no NS Ankara he is a partner in crime for Kevin Opon oko bibia go stars akoji league NS Ankara ni insu atre ne ko Africa no wajaba for kwano ko relegation Godos Japasu one me diama ne ko Africa ono one Tamale City ne ko relegation uja team ne kwano no ko bo Africa excellent player every time for mediama or the club ne ko relegation so the quality they have no enya no na diom ko relegation but omodo omoka 6 months plus ni ntimi mo commitment ni ho energy bia ni ho bonuses akam salaries in emma 4 months 3 months ya dia na de babo no mpanifo kan na wa urafi ya furu pan ya de sha ben
David say nyame yar mo chene best start in jumadi ba ko no
definitely
very necessary say the bank watch no mo hwe anim and they are shall dedicate the ama
big time yes discuss local football lot
very necessary Meza.
Yes, Fancy is getting interesting, especially within the transfer market and the kind of players Mobieto. I'm more concerned about more representing our African because say no, football is becoming a big business, and you can't always stay at one particular place and always tell yourself say that should be until you pick up the step. Now, participation fee or group stage fee or you look at the signings these teams are making, and Iswadi Hunesio Manuswa, Fancy they will need to do more. I think whatever Obi say Gold Stars, Biano. Say Gold Stars, Bo Africa no more to qualify for group stage. Per players no more signing no omono home. And I don't think they are targeting the group stage in as far as we from Krampuna measures of Webete to Mabroso. It will be heard the age groups normal and meaning said they are ready to come back to the league and play well and defend our title. Because what's the Diasha? Omo Mutai representing Ghana with the CAF Confederations Cup and the Champions League in the Biano. Omunyo season and answer to them. Or perform of CAF Champions League in the more league in one feeling. So we can go back to the last few years from how to focus Babisi, Mediamasu Bisi Samatics, so a Babisi Swatterman, no, Omunio league performances there, a Bebra, a Dintia. One, the signings they do going into the competition. Maybe for now, whatever Baby any Good Stars is doing, I think for the CAF Champions League level, Kebi Mwemre. But for retaining almost standard in the league, and going again to build a solid team for the future, no, it's on the right path.
And say so person will compete to Africa when we are saying also we have $1 million in the because I say I only took $5 million and 1.2 million euros. I was always with me to be about $300,000 one player because what's that the banana need to say what on a banner also between a cow.
What I say, Koroko doing 1 or 2 signings, but who say a lot of players are bound into the frame, especially when in team men with Saku prior. For Koroko, nothing short of a group stage. Nothing short of a group stage. Supporters, a better because of Omono standard. Any baby Omodo want to do, any the kind of players almost signing. So all CAF Champions League now all signing players be the umba says a career for senior aspire you all sign an experienced player. Say person ko bibi. All other players within the setup now say ko fafu fraud they become Omabo Ghana Premier League in Ibida. You are not only trying to sustain yourself in the league, but also pushing yourself to do something better over there. But some of the signings in Ibi wo more year and nkomo bi e koswa. Fancy be one of my Tasuma and Shedan Tasumusaye. We've already spoken about the reasons why they did it just for justify no come here Komunya 2 players, a fullbacks 2, Baku 2, Baku 3. Already no Kotoko war left back Patrick Esiedu and Francis Aquamendes. But I'm when you left back for the account. Oko right back now. Shaibu no benya no qualification be on so from justify no so akoka team no and there's only Lord Amwa. Kajasis Blay na one man and Kajasis Blay beguso about to because Kajasis Blay issue no one can we and also once him a different thing altogether. We'll come and discuss about it. But at the center back, Kodoko Zakaria Fuseni or Michael Sefa, 5 solid center backs. Plus Ali Mohammed, the more academy, so they are not looking there. But in the middle of the pack, up front, I think Koroko will need some reinforcement to also help push them, especially the number 6 role. I know the target of Coach Karim Zito, but the target of Coach Karim Zito is difficult. for him to achieve due to the fact that team now open player and the free one and I say team now kotoko person will lead for player and the bano. It is already done. Team ni nyana do so be turn in atone china. So they need to go into the match. And on a meeting DB said Joe, you see the number of games sometimes I'll have to agree with most of the people. They say the league and we need to pay close attention to certain signings that comes to the clubs. We need to pay close attention to certain players. Yes, sign on mobile clubs in him. There have been a lot of names. He say Korokonkofa way 6, Korokonkofa way 6, Korokonkofa way 6. But fancy in league now here Bonankasano. Nipa no here best 6 woman. Kotoko going to Africa should be signing. Who is the best number 6? Our league him. And now say why not the best number 6? Yeah, you wait for one wine at Twasso.
You know $1.
Fancy, and you need to invest. Setting a make 2 different projects assembly no. So when the Go Stars there standard that ube deceive you because one someone qualify for group stage they are okay. In as much as say on Babokano.
Kotoko they master now.
It's a must.
Whoa, Mate, what do you want to na ya babe share so dia to Mike. My memory when I remember be 6 been after yembe interviews.
Player la Korea kwa so odi command of power or my secretary to
player be okay.
Odim na dada. SK. Odi come over, but you see I want to sound some okay, but I may offer some words of counsel on family players. And you see, I am not trust. See, I am here, and to be somebody who we are trustworthy, wants them on your okase enda men na no china. The obe can diso eboa in building relationship because football no go beyond just me ba be bobo me wie me call. You should make sure say in every step of the way nyoma wo ye ne kwan a wo fa so a wo ye no e kwan papa so. A lot of our boys don't know that. The brain animsa I have the urge to move and then the eagerness to make money a bit overclouded and I say a cloudy or more Saturday and I see a binya and it's Lamine Yamal when you way more. Decision making is crucial. But before you make that decision, make sure say there are not a lot of toes you are stepping on here crucial. Away from that, Sandy Darren said more about footballers anyway. It's true. Party, so make a show. You should go where is needed. And where is needed, no, it is not tied to a specific location. Obi here dear about Iran. Obi dear about Afghanistan. Obi dear about USA. There is no clear path or no exact location. You see, ye dear or into Obi Obeko Obi Odi. Bibi Obi Yan the fan who dear no house on your teacher Obinsa. So I am not the piano or shebre esisa. Meme no dear in your pet. Acquiring am so different. Ntim pempi ne so bi di nkomo no otu obi fo se menko ha na ha de wo kwa emwa. Honestly and respectfully, I see it as a lack of maturity and then exposure.
The guys only me these uncommon.
Exactly, sir. I had a man qua yeah, I had a man qua emwa. I had the okwa na please.
What's this any panenya manefa binya wansa. To me no, and I mama badu transfer again. Oh my guy be that.
Oh no, must say oh no ma ebe how please. I am our experience and decisions you take no. And yet more of work and no relationship or your experience more than the obika. So I won't sit here and say an apartment called Saudi Arabia and yet hey Metier now yes Saudi Arabia for or more per media. Or the correspondent crack who Kumasina reported into Adrian Samin Konamina member and can't party say and Saudi Arabia dear more career. Won't him say the other one a career. And I wouldn't major and I wouldn't party baby and a career nedru. and to wouldn't say party or back at Saudi Arabia, the old Kowa, no. Baby, a party drew and a career, mono. He takes a decision that benefits him. There were stages in life. Decision be I will take it. It should not just be one kwana wunya benefit or more. It be able to for it be our map. It's not place maybe when they are making certain career moves. So family they may share relocation. Now at the age of 32, no be making decision. It should be the players' wishes first.
Okay.
If it is for money, chase the money. Na party be we ne career na be fie. Omo ya men comment kono obehu na point no wey sebe kwasi ampanyi wey obo nyes guardian or the year. I have seen a lot of such references. Oboase for instance, players on my bobo mu fro oboase a omo peja kodu stage bi nyoma ye se chia hakra edidi atema ko omo ho no
betudin
tiasramo mama mon start he se eye Kuwait ano omo so omo hia party na de omo be man na eda na koma so no opa
ongoje
koko ball no ho na je baby awodu ne career mu no nya fe no obeje Ballon d'Or obeje World Cup aje Champions League ayewe ni na no onya ebeboa, but is there an avenue for him to achieve that? No. Let's be realistic. The only realistic way a party benya baby ebe hua no send you no so football talent na see tie na Kuwait be som ne so hene a o be so tina Europe no di akwa
there be
yenye ne sa so say football no mum nyanyai
football no
a football about to be career anyway, you know. The only thing you can managing general chale mo nimbro music your way and abebo bet my more than that na men ko ha because I had there okowa na say especially kasa na it was na say omo say na say please if I so this yenyai
okay
let's stop that Party should go where he's needed and where they will value him for what he's worth.
Okay.
Not in Saudi Arabia the enco and you're high level for the end of the year for Man City.
Achina kama
Koulibaly inti opes o che me say Koulibaly Sergei Milinkovic Savic any Yasin Bono no da Morocco national team no omo nim de omo career ye
omo nim pa
me da say
good decision party me da say my
chase the bag
no say that okay Saudi for no ba no pe commentators ni ade a o guys will be better
but the correspondent report
I was somebody didn't cover that fiat so semens for as vuto ne de sanity and we do baby the woman no Saudi for nya piensem trophy mo zo mu tufo no wonu nyina be dwane but ye hwe ya to so semens say bibia boko de
na me adom kapo
agan ana mranti sisi umudi di him wo pem ene baby agan mitimi ma akọ extra mile so ko 5 minutes we na just so trace ya gam ye de tawo ye de go kompe power nim
yes
cause o ye adwuma
so didi ana ye de ayihu
ye de tawo papa ehu because ada no hand
say sa pepe
na mo ye bi
so man no mo ye nkwa ni na